Welcome to the Fourth Step Podcast. On each episode, we interview recovering addicts and learn their story with addiction. Through exploring personal journeys, we get a glimpse of the depths addicts fall to and their path in recovery. We hope you enjoy the episode.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fourth Step Podcast. My name's Kevin, and I'm an addict.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi.
Hello, Kevin.
Hi. And with us is our lovely co-host,
Josh, addict.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, Josh.
Hello.
And today we are interviewing our friend Sylvia.
Good morning or afternoon.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whenever you're listening to this.
Hi, Sylvia.
Hi.
Yeah. Good morning.
Are you nervous?
No, you guys were so serious.
I feel like I'm way from serious right now.
Yeah.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how are you doing right now?
I'm like an 8. Yeah, I feel pretty good.
What rolls into that 8? Like what things stand out? 8's a good number. So
Yeah.
like there's some stuff going on that puts you at 8, or are you just how you feel right now?
Oh, no, I had like a good restful weekend. Yeah, I had a really good weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
8's a good number.
Yeah.
It's a good place to start.
I think I feel that the space to give you like a cushion to reset, relax, and recharge that you've had for the last couple of days really changes your spirit.
Oh,
I can see it.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like you're breathing clearer.
yes.
Yeah. You feel that?
Yeah.
Good. That's cool. I like to see that. So you know what we do here? We ask a bunch of questions, really personal, deep, dark secrets, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I think...
Do you listen to the podcast?
I do, yeah.
Nice. Right on.
Yeah.
and we appreciate that. So just a shout out to our friends over at the Anonymous Podcast and the Living Clean Podcast. If you guys haven't checked that out yet, please do. Good friends. And that's it. Let's get into this.
Yeah. So if you think back to the earliest memory that ties to the direction that your life went, as far as like using trauma, like kind of the lifestyle that we, come to recovery with.
Yeah.
Where did it all start? Like, what's the earliest memory?
My earliest memories are of my mom and dad fighting.
How old?
2 or 3, maybe younger. Yeah.
Not a lot of people can remember that early.
I
have memories from that age too.
Yeah. It's like my memory is actually terrible except for very distinct like flashes, and that was, maybe 2, 3. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that would be like an imprint,
Yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. I don't want to sidetrack too much, but on that note, the imprint concept, I asked my mom one time when I was young still, I was like, when did I get shots in my heels? Like, when did that happen? And she said, what are you talking about? I was like, yeah, I was on a table under a light and I was getting shots in my heels. And she was like, you had jaundice when you were born.
Oh, shit.
And they put you under a bright light on a table and they gave you shots in your heels for however long. I was like, what? She's like, there's no way you can remember that. I'm like, well, where did I get that information from?
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird. It's crazy. Like, just to speak on, like, some people just have things that stick and somehow you know. Yeah, it's weird. Some people say they can't remember anything before like 5.
I have very little memories of before 5 except for like these 2 or 3 random little snapshots. Yeah.
Yeah, it's trippy.
Somewhere, and I don't know where I heard it, it could be totally wrong, that we don't have memories. We're not able to have memories before like 2. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I always thought like my first memory was like at 3 years old.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I don't know. I know that like if you were to ask me about certain things, I wouldn't really remember unless I saw a picture of that time or somebody was like, oh, this happened, and then I would be able to remember again.
Yeah, that's
but like
crazy.
on my own, I can't really. My memory's very opaque. Yeah.
Mine is too.
Yeah.
So early memory.
Yeah.
Do you
Parents
have,
fighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so obviously that was an imprint. So it
Yeah.
must have been traumatic at the time.
Was it violent or was it just
Yeah.
verbal?
Yeah. Like I remember. Like I remember my dad yelling at my mom and screaming, and me just standing next to her. But for me, it was like, because my dad was, he had like, the way he treated me was like a little princess, but the way he treated everybody else was so different. It was very confusing for me. Like I didn't feel like he was a bad person, but I saw him doing bad things.
Where were these memories at? Like, where were you located?
We lived in Rockland at the time in an apartment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yep. Yeah.
So you were born around the Sacramento area and grew
I
up
was
here?
born in San Diego.
Oh,
Yeah, but I only lived there until my mom left the hospital, and then we flew back.
oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I grew up in the Sacramento area. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Until I was 5. Yeah.
At 5?
Until 5, and
Yeah.
then I lived in Mexico for 9 months, and then I moved to Placerville.
What got you to Mexico?
My mom was fleeing from my dad.
Oh,
Yeah, we went trick or treating one night, and then we ended up at the airport, and the next morning we were in Mexico.
trick or treat.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a trick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Maybe not much of a treat.
No.
So
You went to get candy in Mexico.
Which is, they actually have wonderful candy stores and
yeah. So it must have been pretty horrible for your mom if she fled.
oh, my
from your
dad was a psychopath. Yeah, he was like,
physically beating her.
oh yeah. I remember one time there was just like stuff written all over the walls. Everything was broken. I remember the glass on the
When you
stove.
say stuff written on the walls, I know this may sound silly, but this isn't like the writings on the walls. It's like he actually was like marking the walls everywhere.
Yeah, writing
Got it,
shit.
got
He
it.
was like in drug-induced psychosis. We all had to change our own names.
So a lot
Yeah.
of drug use. Then.
Was there
Yeah.
both parents using?
No, my mom's not really. I mean, she used when she was like with my dad when she was younger, but like I was basically the end of the party. Like, so there was like
For
my
her.
mom. Yeah, like my mom didn't like she didn't want me. They didn't like. I grew up knowing that I was supposed to be an abortion, and
Whoa, wait. So your mom didn't want you?
no, she was 17. She was 16 when she got pregnant with me.
Wow.
Yeah, but my dad, for him, it was like, this is special. Like, you're special. You're gonna be like, it's a, like a blessing from the heavens. Blah blah blah. He was like, he treated me like I was gonna grow up to be something special. Like I was gonna.
Well, he was right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, like, well, he had a different idea of special. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, like I was going to be the matriarch of this, like, he was part of like an underground organization, like his family was involved with crime. Yeah.
Okay.
And I was going to be like the matriarch of that. But my mom was like, she was a teenager who like, I ended the party for her. So
Do you mind sharing the organization, like what it was?
I don't really know a lot of details. I know that the reason I was born in San Diego is because he ran stuff across the border down there, and my mom went to go get him to say like, "Hey, I'm gonna have the baby soon," and then I ended up being born in San Diego. Yeah, so I just grew up with this like these two extremes of like, you ruined the party, I'm stuck at home with you. By the time my brother was born, he's a year younger than me. I was already like helping take care of him at 1.
At 1 year old?
Yeah, like, Sylvia, go get the diapers, go get this. And I'd go,
Wow. So your dad's one of us.
oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Is he still alive?
I think so.
Okay. That's good enough.
I haven't talked to him in
And your
like
mom
2
is
years.
not really.
No,
She's not one of us.
no.
And she's still around?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, she's, yeah,
Oh yeah, you said your kid was with her.
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like early memories of your dad being brutal.
Mm-hmm.
and your mom's saving you at 5 years old, taking you to Mexico, and then
For candy.
Trick or treating in Mexico at 5, and you have any like trauma there in Mexico?
Oh, where to start?
You were there for how long, you said?
Like 9 months.
Okay.
Yeah. Short story. Family was supposed to take care of my mom and us.
In Mexico?
Yes, in Mexico. We have family down there. My great-grandma had a house down there. We had, like, my mom's aunts and her family, great aunts lived down there. They ended up not happy with my mom. Both my brother and sister ended up in an orphanage, and my mom didn't know where they were for a long time.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
How'd that happen? They take her?
Yeah, they're like, we're going to put your son in school here. You go over here and get yourself a job with this other aunt. And then my mom would be like, I want to talk to my son. And yeah, they took our passports, our birth certificates, all the money my grandma was sending to my mom. My mom was working nights. I went to school for a while there.
Who's they?
Her family.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Her family. Yeah. It was terrible. I was terrorized. My sister was terrorized. My mom and I snuck out in the middle of the night, my great aunt's house, and ended up somewhere else. I don't know where my mom was for a while. I was with her coworker's family for I don't know how long.
Damn.
Yeah, but the cool thing is like they would take me out on dirt bikes in the middle of the night, and like these, those cars that had hydraulics.
Yeah.
And I was just like their little doll, like take me to the candy store out in the middle of the night on dirt bikes.
This is your mom's coworkers?
Family, yeah.
Family?
Yeah. And then my mom, we got deported out of Mexico. She got kicked out because of what she was involved in down there. Got my brother and sister. We stayed at a detention center for a while on the border of Texas and Mexico. And then we ended up in a women's shelter here in Placerville. And that's how I ended up in Placerville.
No kidding.
That's a wild route. You're like from Sacramento to Mexico to Texas back to Placerville. You're like, what the fuck is this circle, dude?
And you're what, like 6 now?
Yeah. Yeah. I turned 6 like right after we moved. So I started kindergarten in Rockland. I did like a month of kindergarten in Mexico. And then I restarted kindergarten in Placerville at 6. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, you were in San Diego to Mexico.
No.
You were in
Rockland.
So you went from Rockland to Mexico to
Placerville.
Detention to Placerville.
Yeah.
And San Diego was just
where she was born.
Brief stay where you
Just
were
where
born.
I was born, yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't live there.
No.
Wow. So already at 6 years old, you've been through a whirlwind of trauma.
Yeah.
I mean, just those imprints in your childhood.
Yeah. But, like a year and a half ago, I would have told you, like I had some like significant events in my life, but it doesn't affect me in any way.
That was a year and a half ago?
A year and a half.
fine.
I've been like, no trauma. I have no traumatic, no PTSD, nothing. Yeah.
And
then I went to trauma therapy.
oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool. Well, I mean, we did an episode on trauma.
Yes,
right.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it's interesting because I mean, Josh and I have been talking about trauma for many episodes.
Yeah.
And
Long before the podcast even.
I started listening to these podcasts right after I started therapy. And I didn't go in therapy to do trauma therapy. I went into therapy and discovered that I have trauma that I need to work on. And a lot of these podcasts, you'd be like, what's your traumatic thing? And they'd say something. I'd be like, well, I went through something like that and I'm not traumatized. And then I think about it for a while and go to therapy and be like, oh yeah, that fucked me up. Like I'm fucked up. I had a fucked up life.
that's the point I was going to
I'm a
make.
little traumatized. In fact, my entire life is driven by trauma response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy how when you only have the perspective of your life from the point to where you're at now, it's like your understanding is that this is just life. This is just how it is. And then
you have one perspective.
yeah,
Yes.
it keeps you trapped. Yeah. I was talking to my friend last night about like, he's like, his life revolves around a couple of people telling him how things should be.
Oh.
And I'm like, dude, this is your book.
Yeah.
And he's like, was like, write the story however you want. Like you are like, and he's like damaged from it. Like there's narcissism and all kinds of wild shit going on around him.
I was just telling my sponsor, Jen's my sponsor, that I am very institutionalized, and not just by institutions, but by people telling me what I need to be doing, how I should be treating myself, how I should be taking care of other people. Like it's only been a few months that I'm not like living, like my friends say, rocking in the free world, like doing whatever I need to do. Steven will be at my mom's or something, and I'll be like, I'll have moments of panic, like I should be doing something. There's something I should be doing. I should not be able to just be driving in my own fucking car, listening to whatever fucking music I want, going wherever the fuck I want. Like I shouldn't be doing that. And it's been like maybe 2 or 3 months when I haven't had those moments of
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Freedom.
I have those moments.
Yeah.
I have those moments like where I'm like, I can't just be sitting here.
Yeah. Like
I can't
in charge of my own life.
Yeah.
I relate to that. I grew up with my dad. Work ethics is like, if you're not physically doing something, you're not working.
You are worthless.
Yeah.
You are just, you are.
If you're like saving the company, $40,000 on, whatever I was doing at work that had to do with like getting a better pricing for material or whatever. That was a waste of time. I should be outside lifting lumber.
Yeah.
That's work. Yeah. Real men, right? Yeah. In the meantime, I'm fucking traumatized.
Yeah. I did it to myself too, like not knowing how else to find value.
Yes.
With myself, like self-worth. Yes. So finding it through achievements and accomplishments and attaching my existence to what you're producing. Exactly.
Yes. Steven was telling, so I had a CPS case, and he was like bragging to his therapist and the worker that I'm the hardest worker he ever knows. He's like, she just wakes up and starts working, and it's like midnight and she's still working. And it clicked one day. I was like, that is not what I want him to think of as a hard worker. Like, that's not what I want him to grow up to think that's what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah,
because that's a expectation to live up to.
Yes.
Yeah. Horrific.
Yeah. And it's because I could not stop. Like, it was like I had to, like, my life fell apart and I had to put it back together. And if I wasn't doing something to make my life moving forward, I was moving backwards. And that's a fucking lie.
Yeah.
Because just teaching my son how to rest and take care of himself, how to eat properly, how to rest when you're tired, I want to spend time with him, so I need to stop and spend time with him. I want to have time to draw and write, so I need to do that, because that is like, that's what I want him to know, that like a fulfilling life is. Like,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That you have that realization today.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's a moving target.
Yes, it is.
It's fucking tough.
Yes, because the reality is that it changes every day. Mm-hmm. Every day it's going to be different. Yeah. Yeah. But that's the reality is it's
good awareness.
It's going to be a lifetime job, It's not like,
It's balance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's good. So 6 years old, you're in Placerville. Is there any like large traumatic stuff that leads up to you getting loaded?
Oh yeah. So, man,
I mean, that's a lot of childhood to cover, but
my mom became like incredibly abusive, like just fits of rage. She would just like beat the shit out of us.
Was she single? Like, it was just mom?
Off and on. No, she had boyfriends. Like, I had a like who I consider to be the closest thing to a stepdad for a while. And he would actually stop her. He'd be like, that's enough. Like, I think that's enough. And I was, because I was the oldest, I was in charge the most. And so a lot of the responsibility was left on me, like after school, latchkey kids, like make sure everybody's got their homework done, make sure their chores are done. Like, you better not be sitting in front of the TV when I get home and your shit's not done. I was very much like the good girl who never like talked back, who, straight A's. There's sexual abuse, physical abuse. just the uncertainty of like what you're gonna walk in. You know, like if my mom would call you over, was it because she was mad or was it because she was just gonna tell you something? Like, you know,
There was sexual abuse. Your mom was sexually abused?
No. Our neighbor, my mom's best friend's neighbors was our neighbor, and her son sexually abused us. Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
So physically getting beat by your mom, being sexually molested by or raped.
I know
as a kid.
I was, something happened in Mexico where because I knew I was sexually abused sometime in Mexico. I just don't remember when.
Well, it could be very possible it's got blocked out because of the
Well,
trauma.
it must have. Yeah. Like just because of my own therapy, like I was talking to my therapist about this stuff. He's like, the only way you as a 6-year-old would know anything about what you're talking about is if
It happened.
yeah, it happened. And I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like you don't come up with that shit on your own, you know?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, is it hard to talk about it for you?
No,
Like the neighbor's kid?
no. It was for a long time. For a long time,
Had shame and guilt?
oh yeah, my whole life my whole everything is driven with shame.
Shame and guilt,
Yeah. Guilt is, no, not guilt because I didn't do anything wrong.
Shame.
Shame.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the questions that we ask if you grew up with shame and guilt.
Yeah.
And so shame for what happened to you.
I was ashamed that I even existed. Yeah.
How long did the abuse and Placerville and like how long of a period of time was that? And when did it start to like change from you being like the
When I was
person taking
11.
care of stuff? Yeah. Okay.
When I was 11, my mom's friend and her 2 sons moved to Southern California, and I went with them to help her unpack and get settled in. And
To help your mom's friend unpack.
yes,
Got it.
unpack. She was going to go, like she had the son that had abused us, and then an older son who primarily had lived with his dad, but decided to move down there with him. And so I was 11, 5th grade going into 6th grade. And in 5th grade, I was like, I won the DARE contest for the poster. You know, like I made, like,
Did you really?
Yeah, say no to drugs.
That's
You know, I like.
was that Nancy Reagan?
Oh
Just say
yeah,
no?
just
So-
say no. Yeah,
It was the summer after that.
yeah. The summer between 5th grade and 6th grade, and her son was like 18, 19, and one day he like took me under his wing. Like he took me under his wing while we were there, and looking back, I think he knew that his brother had been abusing people, like, but didn't really know because like he just was like, you're gonna hang out with me. Like I hung out. He was like 18, like, and we hung out. I was like a 5th, 6th grader. Nothing bad, nothing inappropriate, nothing. Just like we would walk to the beach, we would go swimming. Like I was just his
Little
buddy.
sidekick.
Yeah. And he gave me the last of like maybe a quarter of his beers. And after like 4 or 5 of them, I was everything.
Got a breath of fresh air.
Oh my God. I felt like,
I just saw that
yeah,
in
it
her
was
body
like
language.
my entire life, I just lived with this knot inside of me, this like impending doom, this uncertainty of what the next moment had to hold. And when I got buzzed, all that fucking went away. I didn't care about anything. I didn't care about anything. I started smoking, drinking every night with him. Like just, it was,
You were 11?
I felt courage.
12?
Yeah, I was 11. I was 12. Like I had courage to stay away from the person that was abusing me. I had courage to so in 6th grade, my mom had liquor in the cabinet. She's not an alcoholic. Had been there for like a year. I don't even know how long. I took those little Martinelli glass apple juice of tequila every day to school until it was gone, and just drank by myself in the bathroom because I needed to feel. It was like the only thing that had ever made me feel okay.
At 12, you're plowed every day at school?
By myself in the bathroom. Yeah.
That's an early start.
Yeah. I'm
not laughing
I
at
never
you.
used to make friends, to fit in. I used so I could be okay being by myself because I didn't want to hang out with you. Why would I hang out with you when I could be like totally chill by myself? Just okay. Yeah.
God, that's a lot of stuff to carry with you as a kid.
Yeah.
No wonder. I mean, it made sense looking back now.
Yeah.
That trauma.
I remember that feeling of like, oh, thank God. Dude.
Yeah.
Like that, like conscious recognition of like,
I found something.
Yeah.
fuck,
Yeah.
it's nice. Everything is nice.
Yeah, it's okay. It's like, okay, I'm okay.
It's making my eyes water just thinking about it. Getting
Yeah, I was
emotional.
like, I made it through junior high. I was a straight A student, did all the sports, basketball, track, cross country, wrestling. I got at 8th grade graduation, they give out 8 awards, Student of the Year awards. I got 4 of them. Like,
damn.
Yeah, I got a full
And all
scholarship.
while slamming tequila every day.
Oh, smoking pot, pills. Yeah.
Oh, so it progressed fast.
Oh, very fast.
What was the progression like? So you're drinking in the bathroom by yourself. What's the next thing? Like what comes?
The next thing is my brother's like, hey, our neighbor's like has this pot. He's gonna sell us a bag for $5. Like, oh no, not drugs. We're not gonna do drugs. And then like 2 weeks later, we're like smoking pot
Every day. Yeah.
Yeah. Then pills, like anything. I remember one time I took so many Ritalin, like I was just like curled up in a ball. I was just like, oh, and
Just
my friend,
clenched,
my friend's like, drink some milk.
I'm gonna
and I, like,
flex and bust out of here.
Just like everybody's like, I was like at a friend's house, all these girls, and I'm like the only one awake, like shivering in a ball. Everybody's sleeping.
Like this is fucking amazing.
Was it your Ritalin?
No.
Who'd you steal?
Some girl was selling it at school.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Have you guys seen Pineapple Express?
Yes.
Oh, a while ago, yeah.
They duct tape the dude to the chair and hold the cactus to him, and he comes out. He wakes up, and they're holding the cactus to him like they're gonna hit him with the cactus, and he goes, oh, "I'm gonna flex and bust out of here." That's what it reminded me of. Just fucking.
Yeah. Oh, just in so much pain. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
And doing it again the next day,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fucking great. I
Yeah.
need to do that again.
Yeah. So
It hurt, but I didn't care about anything.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it led to like harder and harder drugs quicker.
Yeah. No. Like, so yes and no. So 8th grade, I got a scholarship to go to a private all-girl Catholic school in Sacramento. I went for like a month. Immediately started, like, that's when my, like, mental health really took it. Like, I was ditching school. Like, it's when I went to my first protest downtown Sacramento, like right after 9/11. Sacramento streets were like flooded and the president was coming through, and like I ditched school, made my way through there, smoking pot. My mom pulled me out because I'd call and like want to get picked up. Started hanging out with her boyfriend's daughter, fell in love with her. We used to just drive around in her fucking convertible red car, smoking pot and listening to Nora Jones. And yeah, I was so in love.
And you were still in high school?
Yeah, I was 16. Yeah, I was so in love. Oh, man.
With her?
Yeah. Yeah, my first.
And so she
was like 19.
19.
Yeah. 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 So, oh, man. And then I found out she was sleeping with my brother after she slept with me. So fucked up.
Spread the love. Come on, Sylvia. Don't be selfish. Wow. Yeah. You're
What a party.
You're just getting like getting seriously loaded.
Yeah. So I started taking care of my mom's boyfriend's parents. And I had already been arrested, I think, a couple times. I don't know. By the time I got kicked out. I had straight A's the first semester of freshman year. Got kicked out for being drunk too many times at school. Went to a continuation school. At 16, I took my proficiency exam, and just back then you used to be able to take a test, like a 3-4 hour test, and you get your degree. I did that. In and out of the psych ward already. I had overdosed a few times on pills.
What kind of pills? Opiates?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Like when
So
at
this point, are you like mostly like weed, drinking, prescription pills? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't actually get into like illegal drugs or any of that until like my relapses in my 30s. Like I'd never really like been on the street, never like.
Well, just to be clear, at this time, pot was illegal.
Whatever, Kevin.
Okay. but it's natural.
Yes,
it's
yes.
grown in the dirt.
Well, when I was younger, I just wanted to be obliterated. I just wanted to not exist. I wanted to I wanted to not exist. And I remember just like being at the people's, Pat, her husband died. I was there. I helped take care of him and her, like do chores. And like in exchange, I could pretty much drink. They had liquor cabinets full of liquor and medicine cabinets full of medication they didn't need anymore, primarily opiates. He was on hospice. I would just drink and use and just nobody cared. And I could do it by myself and still be of service and still be useful and still be wanted, right?
Wow, so functioning.
To a degree. I mean, had already been arrested, psych wards.
How old?
I was 16.
16. So I was curious, like the way you're rolling through all of that, was it a big deal? Did you like make a deal about coming out? Or was that just, hey, I like girls too?
Oh, yeah. I think I told my mom, like, well, the first time I shaved my head, I was 15. And my hair was like down to my butt. And I have like really thick, curly, big hair. And I remember I shaved my head one time. And I like put on this flannel, like her boyfriend's flannel, just because I was cold. And she's like, what are you, a lesbian now? And I was like, no. And then she's like, okay, whatever. She's like, well, you look like a lesbian. It's like, whatever. And then I think when I was like 16.
Is a
like,
lesbian supposed to look like something?
oh, gee, yeah. So then,
Apparently bald head and flannel shirts.
yeah, well, my youngest son calls me half a lesbian because I like boys and girls. He's like,
A confused lesbian.
yeah, he's like, well, you're like half a lesbian. I was like, yeah.
Okay.
But no, so when I was like 16, I told my mom, like, I think I like girls. And she's like, whatever. She really didn't care. She like had lesbian friends. I grew up with gay, like her having
That's
gay
cool.
friends, lesbian friends. Yeah, my mom was not like homophobic at all. But it wasn't until I was like 12 years clean and living in the Bay Area that I like really came to terms with the fact that, oh yeah, I forgot that like my first love was a woman. Like that I like women. Like I just,
Yeah.
when I was 17, I was sexually assaulted by a woman at an NA event camp out.
No.
Yeah. And I think, and then Sunny the first person I fell in love with, like sleeping with my brother and kind of using me to get to my brother. Like I was just like, fucking women for now,
Yeah.
Somewhere in the back of my head, I was like, oh, I'm not really into
Trust.
women. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, so being,
That's not real anymore. I'll just shut that off.
Yeah.
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 being sexually assaulted at an NA campout is traumatic, and it sounds.
Yeah, I got kicked out of. So I went to. My first NA meeting was 16. I know we're gonna get to that. But.
Well, that's where we're at.
Okay. So my first NA. So.
Psych wards,
Yeah.
pills.
What was the diagnosis at the psych wards? Like, what were you like?
Bipolar.
Okay,
bipolar,
and was it like medication induced? Like you were taking a bunch of pills, staying up for too long, or it was just like you're just
I think.
loose screws?
Yeah,
as a young kid.
I think like I used to stay up for days painting in my room, writing poetry and
Without
like
anything?
pills, drinking. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Plus all that trauma, and you just like I was just pretending like I'm okay, like this stoic fucking statue all the time. No, like all the time. Just
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a loose cannon.
yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, until like, and then I start using, and I'm fucking wild. Like, I remember.
It all comes out then.
Oh yeah, like the police. I've been hogtied. One time.
As a teenager.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah, I remember. So my
Fuck
mom.
you guys!
Yeah. Woke up in my room covered in cuts. I still have scars from the handcuffs because I was just so fucking
Wild.
Yeah.
It sounds like something I relate to is the rebellion.
Oh, yeah.
Authority complex.
Hardcore roads. I still am like, fuck the police. Fuck. Yeah.
Still today?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's authentic.
Yeah.
Fuck the police.
Kevin's like, really, Sylvia?
He knows.
Those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
He knows.
Just for clarity, Sylvia and I are very close. So
Yeah.
that's like a really cool segue into you're at 16 in and out
Yeah.
for how many times did you go to psych ward?
Twice when I was 16. like back for a week. I was out for a few days, back in for a week. That's where I got introduced to Narcotics Anonymous, was the psych ward.
In the psych ward?
Yep.
The very first girl I was dating when I got clean, she was in the psych ward.
When you met her?
I never went to the psych ward, but I had met her out before she went to the psych ward. And so they had a Narcotics Anonymous meeting that was open to the public at the psych ward. And so I get to go see my girlfriend in the psych ward.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's love.
Yeah.
Young love. Young, crazy love. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got introduced to Narcotics Anonymous. So the second time I went to psych ward, so I was there for like a week. I went the second time because I snorted all the psych meds they gave me from the first visit. And I was like hallucinating, and my mom and her boyfriend like took me to the hospital. It's like something's wrong with her. So they readmitted me because they thought I was trying to kill myself. Really, I was trying to get like as high as I could.
I mean, if you would have asked Josh, he would have told you that, keistering it would have got.
I wish I would have known about that when I was younger.
It'll get you there.
Dude, the last time I used, the last time I relapsed, which you'll hear about that, I looked up how to shoot up because I was like, this shit's
You looked it up?
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm a researcher. I researched that shit. I was like, made a list, like, and I was like, this is what I need to get.
I could probably do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Jesus Christ. That's crazy. You just didn't ask people?
I didn't like using with other people. Didn't we already establish that?
So
That stayed. You're a closet user, not because you were hiding it, because you just didn't want to do it with other people.
Yeah, there was no closet. I lived in the motel in Cameron Park. Like, you just using, and I'd go out, and that was my last relapse, which was about 2 months long. Yeah. It was the farthest I'd ever gone.
And so you had started using IV, you started shooting.
No,
up.
I didn't. I never got the chance.
Oh, you wanted to?
Yeah.
Got
I
it,
was
okay.
ready. Yeah. Yeah.
I want to touch on mental health real
Yes.
quick.
Let's do it.
I mean, currently you got your diagnosis, and but when you were like 16 and you've been in and out of psych centers, did you realize that you had mental health issues?
No, I did not even. In fact, I didn't even know I was diagnosed bipolar until I was like 27. And my mom's like, oh, yeah, you didn't know. So I got an SSI when I was 18 because I was so mentally ill. They just were like, yeah, you're permanently disabled for the rest of your life. We're going to give you SSI. So I'd been getting SSI since I was 18 for mental illness. But I didn't really know what that meant, what my diagnosis was. Because I'd stopped taking medication, all medication, when I had my first son at 20. When I got pregnant at 19, I stopped medications and I didn't even really know why I was on them. Just that I was supposed to be. Yeah.
Wow. So when you got off them, did you notice the difference?
When he was 9, I had really bad postpartum. Part of it too is that I was just severely, I was in a very, as soon as my son was born, their dad started using like control, financial control, it was not a great situation. And I didn't really know that. I kind of knew that, but didn't know that. But I'm 20, I got 2 years clean or a year and a half clean. I got a new baby. I'm completely now dependent on him. I have no phone, no finances.
The father?
Yeah, nothing. He's in recovery. Everybody loves him. We're, great couple. I've got strong woman with 2 years and a kid, Yeah. And I'd already lived a whole childhood of trauma, right? So
it was normal for you?
Well, that kind of abuse didn't look like abuse.
Yeah.
It didn't look like abuse. In fact, I got with him because he was the opposite. He was loving, was interested in my interests, cared about me, team player, the opposite of an abusive person.
So on the outside, it looked really good, but inside.
It took me until this last year doing therapy to even acknowledge the extent and the effect of the abuse it's had on me.
That's crazy.
Yeah. In fact, it's what continued to contribute to my relapses up until this last one.
Can you elaborate? Can you elaborate on that a little bit? Like
Which part?
specifically how, like you said, financially. Like maybe can you give me an example?
Yeah, so
of
I
what
worked.
The abuse
I
was?
worked. Okay, so
She's taking off her sweater.
jacket.
Yeah.
we both
Taking a
get
deep
into
breath.
this.
Yeah.
we worked.
Yeah.
so-
You want to talk about it?
Yeah. Well, as soon as I was pregnant, right? It was like, you can't drive. I got into an accident when I was like 5 months pregnant with my oldest. Not my fault. It was just black ice, Highway 49, going to a meeting. You can no longer drive. It's not safe for you to drive while you're pregnant with our son. I worked at a bakery. I had to be there at 4 o'clock in the morning. I walked the 2 miles from our house at 3:30 in the morning to the bakery, pregnant, like almost my entire pregnancy.
Because that was safer than driving.
Yes.
Got it.
Says him.
Yes. He didn't agree that I should drive, so I didn't get, like, it was just, and then.
Is it possible that was the best he could do at that? I'm not trying to build a
Yes.
case one way or the other. Just like he's
Yes.
like, dude, this scares the shit out of me. You can't drive. Or was there a motive?
Control
behind it?
issue.
Yeah.
What I've learned through therapy, because for me, that's what I told myself. He's right. This is the safest thing for me and the baby. He's right. But I'll tell you this, what I didn't know, I'm like 9 months pregnant. I'm about to have the baby. And we realized we need to move. We can't live in this like little studio crap place, right? So he's got a great job. I find us an apartment in Cameron Park, do the interview, do all the paperwork. I'm going to the apartment to move the last of our stuff into the apartment, and my water breaks, right? And I realized he took the truck to work because he's a tow truck driver. But he wouldn't leave the vehicle with me. He would take it and leave it at the yard for days on end, and then drive the tow truck around. So we're at this brand new apartment in Cameron Park. I have no cell phone. We don't have a landline. We don't get a landline because we don't need one. I don't have a car.
According to him.
Yes.
Got it.
My water breaks. I call him. He comes a couple hours later. I have the baby. He drops me off in this new apartment. No cell phone, no landline, no vehicle. I had a C-section, and I'm just stuck in this apartment with this new baby by myself. And 2 weeks in, it's like, you haven't vacuumed. You haven't done shit. Why aren't you? And I'm like, I'm trying. He's like, you need to try harder. All you do is stay at home with the baby all day. And it's like, you're right. My mom did it. She was a single mom of 3.
That's
Why
a
can't
sign
I do it?
of a master manipulator that
I
they can
know.
convince you
I know
in your
that now.
own brain that it's your fault.
Yes, it started.
Master fucking
Yes,
manipulator.
It started, and I didn't know how to articulate to anybody that it felt wrong, but it logically all seemed okay.
Mm-hmm.
So and that was the beginning. And it just, it was like that person, yeah. I haven't fully processed all of it. However,
There's stuff there.
oh yeah, it's like example after example after. He started using when he had 10 years clean. I had 10 years clean. I stayed with him for 4 years while he used.
Way beyond the expiration date.
And by the time the abuse became visible, I was already Stockholm syndrome, already trained, already so deeply ingrained with shame, already so deeply ingrained with these beliefs that you don't leave a suffering addict. You don't leave somebody just because they're sick. They're not bad. Mm-hmm. You don't leave people you love because they're sick. Yeah, just
That's horrible.
on and on and on and on. Yeah.
Master manipulator. So, what you said the first Narcotics Anonymous meeting was in?
No,
the
I was
psych center?
introduced.
Oh.
So my counselor, I had to go to these drug and alcohol classes while I was at the psych ward. Apparently I was the only drug addict because it was just me. And one day he's like, Sylvia, I don't think it's so much mental illness as maybe you're an addict. And I was like, what? Like me? I thought drug addicts were like, people who
Shot
lived on the
heroin in
street.
the alley in
Yes.
San Francisco?
Yeah, alcoholics, whatever,
Yeah.
And what I realized later is that whole week I'd been trading my medication, snorting other people's medication while I was there.
I'm not an addict.
Like in the line, hallucinating from somebody else's meds that I snorted. Yeah. But he gave me a basic text and he told me, when you get out, find a meeting, go to 90 meetings in 90 days and get a sponsor.
Wow.
Yeah. And he gave me my first basic text. Yeah. His name was George.
That's so cool.
And he said he was in the program. He was an NA. And
where was that at? Around
Sacramento.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sacramento. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And I did. I got out. I found a meeting in Placerville. It was called HYPE, Hangtown Young People's Extension. Mm-hmm. And it was on a Wednesday afternoon, like at 4:00 on a Wednesday. At a outpatient. There used to be a Gates recovery place.
All right.
Yeah. Which I ended up later going. And they handed me Who's an Addict. And I looked at the steps, and 1 through 12, I read them. And the 12th step says we practice these principles in all our affairs. What I heard was we do these steps every day. And I was like, nobody fucking does that. Nobody does that every day. Nobody fucking does that every day.
It's funny how your mind
Yeah.
twists things.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is,
That's funny. Your
it's not what I heard.
Yeah.
your progression kind of really kicked in after all of that, right? Kids.
Yeah, so I was clean. So from 16 to 18, I was kind of in and out of the rooms, mostly clean those 2 years. More consequences. I ended up back in the psych ward a few times. Once clean, tried to kill myself a couple times. Homeless, outpatient program.
Almost with the kids?
No, this is before I had kids. So between 16 and 18.
Yeah.
So my
What did the suicide attempt look like? Overdoses?
Yeah. Stupid. Like, I didn't know. I was,
Were you actually trying to kill yourself?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've had this last relapse. I tried to kill myself like 3 times in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you were unsuccessful.
I know you are. Thank you.
Yeah.
I am too now. When I got clean, I wasn't. I was like,
Resentful?
oh, yeah.
Can't even kill myself. What the fuck?
Yeah. It was like my only option is to get clean and do something different
Yeah.
because I'd been clean for a long time and still wanting to kill myself. Yeah.
That's kind of like for me in my brain. It's like the mental illness part is for you is tied in with addiction.
Yeah.
Because you talked about getting loaded, and then all that stuff in your mental illness kind of goes away.
Yes. Yeah.
You're just in your state of being high.
Yeah. So when I was 18, I got clean. I woke up in jail one day and they said, you're going to prison for 6 years, 2 first-degree residential burglaries, 2 strikes. And one of the guys' houses that I broke into, his name was Randy. He's passed, long passed. He was in recovery. I knew him from the rooms. And his job was to get people into rehab instead of going to jail and prison. And he showed up and my public defender said, you are definitely going to prison for 6 years, but we can get the strikes removed. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll just be, and I was committed to being clean. H and I came into Delaware County Jail. I knew the people. And I ended up going to rehab for a few, like outpatient for 90 days. I did relapse one more day, and then I stayed clean for 14 years. From 18 until my 30s. I had 2 kids by that time, yeah.
It's quite a bit of time for somebody that with all of the trauma and the mental illness.
Yeah. Yeah, I was clean for 14 and a half years, yeah.
So you were going to meetings the whole time?
Oh, yeah, going to meetings of service. I did like 3 rounds of steps in that time. Very heavily involved at NA. I did a lot of work. I discovered...
In Placerville or Sacramento? Or
First in Placerville. I got clean in Placerville. And then in 2012, so I got clean in 2005. 2012, we moved to the Bay Area because their dad went to school there. And I lived in the Bay Area for 10 years. And so I think at 7 years is when we moved. And then I relapsed at 14 years, yeah.
In the Bay Area?
Yes, in the Bay Area, yeah.
What did you do in the Bay Area? He had a job?
No, he went to school.
Oh, school.
So I worked. I was
So you were the breadwinner?
Yeah.
what are you doing for work?
All kinds of things. First, I did house cleaning in San Francisco, which was really cool for people that I met in the program. Then I was a contractor's assistant for like 2 years. And so I just worked with him for 2 years. Then I got trained to be a house painter. I was a house painter for a few years. Then I went back to school myself. And that was my dream. Like it took me 14 years to, one of my biggest accomplishments, besides my children and clean and all that obvious shit, was graduating community college. Yeah. It took me 14 years and I got.
So what'd you get a degree in?
I got 2 AAs and an IGETC, and I transferred and got into university and went to school there for a little bit.
So what was the degree?
Oh, I got an AA in social sciences, an AA in, I don't know, some other AA. And then I don't know. I just like walked out with a bunch of AAs, but I transferred to UC Berkeley.
Oh, no kidding.
UC Berkeley, yeah.
What were you going to Berkeley for?
I was an ethnic studies major.
Oh, shit.
Where would that translate or correlate with like a career?
Oh, well, it was going to be the foundation for a master's. So
to do what? Like what would
I don't
be
really
the
know,
end
like
career?
social work or
Okay.
I kind of wanted to be somebody who created programs in rehabs, in like outpatient facilities. Like I wanted to be somebody who, like created like the curriculum, the programs, like that said, people need to go to this amount of therapy. They need this kind of help while they're here. Like
What a great background that you have. Like drug addiction, mental illness, trauma and abuse. You know all the signs to look for. That would be an amazing
Mother
career.
recovery.
Yeah, except for I wasn't. I fell victim again to mental illness. I was being abused on a daily basis and pretending like I wasn't.
What did the fall at 14 years look like? What happened? How old were you at that time, if you don't mind me asking?
How old am I now? I was 31 or 30. No, I was 33.
33 when you relapsed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I was, my husband, we had gotten married. I had 2 sons. One was 12 and one was 4. And I was a full-time student at UC Berkeley. I was the breadwinner. I was the one that was supporting our family. My husband at the time was taking a year off during his master's. He was getting his master's. And I was going to meetings. I was of service. I was the treasurer at a meeting. I was volunteering in my school's kids' classroom. I was taking weekend trips on my motorcycle. I was having fun, fucking whoever I wanted to fuck. I had friends. However, I was in and out of psychosis on a regular basis. I was self-harming. I was being abused on a daily basis and pretending like I wasn't. And I had people all around telling me that I was being abused. And I was like, my sponsor told me, I want you to call the domestic hotline and you tell me what they tell you. And they told me, and I was like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. I'm not an abused victim. I'm not a victim of domestic violence. I don't get abused. That's not me.
Yeah.
That's probably why you were staying so busy.
Oh, and
Just burying it.
Oh,
Good point,
yeah.
Josh.
But it came out. I was straight A, my first semester at UC Berkeley, straight A student, full load during the summer.
Yeah, I'm so busy that doesn't even matter.
And meanwhile, I'm just like in and out of psychosis. You know what I mean? Like just, so I started drinking kava at a kava bar while I was doing my homework.
What's kava again?
It's just a drink. It's just a tea. It's nothing crazy.
Doesn't it do something to you?
If you are an addict and you do it, like drinks like 60 ounces of it a day and add liquid Benadryl to it.
And also, if you stir other shit in with it, it will for sure do something.
So I did that
It's
for
just
like...
it's like relaxing.
Yeah.
Is it a narcotic?
No, it's just a tea. It's a root. It's...
So like chamomile or something, you know?
Well,
Tea?
you can get loaded off of it if you...
Drink
I
enough?
wouldn't drink it.
No, like if you choose to get loaded off it. When I started, I didn't even know. It was just there was a kava bar on University Avenue, and that's where I could go do homework. And I did that for 6 months and was actually clean and never got high off of it, right? I just did homework.
Yeah.
It was like a coffee shop atmosphere. Have like 2 teas over a 3-hour period. But finally, my husband and I separated for a little while. And I started to kind of get this, like, I can't handle what's going on. Like,
Why'd you guys separate?
Did it have anything to do with domestic violence or abuse?
no, not at the time. No.
I
Well, kind
asked
of.
Because it was none.
I asked that sarcastically, but you're like, no, I didn't have anything to do with that
At
at
the
all.
time, no. So I was going to therapy. I was seeing a psychiatrist. I was, like, honestly trying to be better. Like, so for a long time, how I dealt with anything that wasn't going right, because of what I was being told that you're wrong. You know, I'd be
I
the
know
one
that one.
at the end. I'm the one apologizing. You're right. Like, I'm wrong for even having hurt feelings. You're totally right. So I spent years, like, doing 10 steps obsessively. How can I do better?
I have to be careful when me and Sadie are talking, because I will without realizing that it's happening, put her in that position, and I'll be like, whoa, this is not the goal here. Like, how is this happening? And I have to, like, backtrack in my head, like, how did we get to this point? And then, like, be like, hey, what you're experiencing is valid and it matters. And I want to focus on that for a second, because I'll lose track of it. Sometimes I'll be like, it's weird.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And the thing is that, like, recovery literature plus therapy plus all this stuff tells you other people are not responsible for your feelings. You are only responsible for yourself. And so I took it and did the addict twist on it and the, a trauma twist on it, and was like, I am responsible. Everybody's like, if I am fucking perfect and I don't have any emotional responses, then you will stop hurting me. Then you will start being a good partner and treat me like I deserve. You'll start treating me the way.
That totally, what you're saying totally reminds me of, is it Brene Brown? Brene Brown? She says, the story I'm telling myself in my head.
Yeah.
That's totally what it sounds like you're doing.
Yeah, I was like, I would talk to people about what was happening, but not, it would be in I'm the wrong, like, I did this and this is how I should change and this is how, skipping the part, like, so he relapsed in 2017, off and on, and was using meth and drinking. I didn't really know he was using meth because I'd never been around people who had done meth before.
Yeah.
And I just believed everything he said.
You just watch their jaw, it swivels.
He didn't do that. He would just stay up till like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning drinking, not even really drunk, but like insane. You know what I mean? Like, and then his behavior, like anytime I started accomplishing something, he would somehow like ruin, like the day I graduated from community college, family came from all over. And I got into I graduated community college with honors, 3.9 or 8.9 GPA.
You're a smarty pants.
And
Oh, Kevin, stop it.
well, that's just, there's so many different kinds of intelligence. I don't like to emphasize that kind of intelligence, like that's just one kind of intelligence. That's just one kind
I
of
can
smarty
still
pants.
call you a smarty
Yes,
pants.
you can. Yes, you can. So
She doesn't like compliments.
so then, and so that weekend I was going to have this big party. It was my 14 years graduating community college and my acceptance into UC Berkeley. And people from Placerville, my friends from Placerville came, family came, all this stuff. And he disappears the night before. My mom's spending the night, my family's over. He disappears and then shows up an hour before, like an hour after I was supposed to leave. Just spun out of his mind, still drunk. But I refused to see that he was high or like, I knew he'd been drinking. He said he passed out in the bushes. Like he was probably sleeping with somebody else. Like he used to cheat all the time and then tell me about it. And then cheat all the time and then tell me about how, and it was just,
But you
You were doing the same thing, right?
Oh, no, I wasn't cheating. I told him about it first.
okay.
We had an open relationship.
That's what I was in my
Yeah, we
head.
had
I was
open.
going. It sounds like they're just open about.
We were open. The only everybody can have any kind of relationship they want, and decide what the rules and parameters are, right? Our rules and parameters that we're honest, we didn't hide and we didn't sneak and we didn't take away from the family. And so I was very open, like, yeah, I'm going to go with this person or whatever. And it was insane trying to do that with somebody who was using, right? Like, that's insane. It's one thing if it's like two healthy, emotionally present, committed, emotionally
Which
people.
was not happening.
No, but I couldn't admit that to myself, right? Like,
all right.
So, and it was like,
Didn't want to break up the happy home.
yeah. And because I'm not jealous. I don't care if you're sleeping with somebody else. If you're honest, if you're not lying to me about it, if you're not saying, I'm going to go to a meeting and then you come back and give me herpes, like, right?
Well, that's not cool.
No, that didn't happen. But, that's an example. So, but he would leave, disappear. And one time I picked him up at a casino at 5 o'clock in the morning. He'd been there for 2 days straight. Like, he would get so paranoid. I'd have to drive him through Oakland, like an hour through back streets because the feds were following him and stuff. And I didn't know about being with
Good
people
stuff.
with methamphetamine, so I just thought it was
Good
mental
stuff.
illness, right? I was like, oh, he's having
He's mental. I know what this
Yeah.
is like. Yeah, I got you. Don't trip.
Yeah, later I'm like, oh yeah, he was on drugs the whole time. Couldn't get it up.
Yeah.
Whoops. That's hilarious.
Yeah, okay. So
So the 14, I'm just curious. That's funny stuff. The 14 years you were working a program the whole time and sponsoring women and and so you had done all the steps, a couple rounds.
I was on my fourth round. I was doing a step and a tradition, step and a tradition, yeah.
How did you transition from kava? Like what led to like a full blown, like I'm out here again?
I started mixing it with Benadryl
Yeah.
and like totally being
Where'd you get that idea?
I don't fucking know. I have no idea.
Did you do research and look it up?
I used to like abuse Benadryl when I was a teenager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you have history.
Yeah.
You got priors.
And my son had a lot of allergies.
Just take so much that you fall asleep kind of thing?
No, hallucinate. Yeah.
From Benadryl?
Yeah. Yeah.
It must have affected. I never really.
Yeah. So my son
Did
had
Benadryl.
really bad allergies and eczema. And he would get like these big bottles of liquid Benadryl. We had like 6 of them. And so I would just pour like half of one of those. And then I did that for a couple weeks. Yeah. And one time the kids and their dad were gone. And at this point we were separated, but we were in lockdown. COVID happened.
Oh.
And we separated. He actually left me, which was one of the biggest. I used to be really ashamed of that. Like that he's the one who left me.
Yeah, this wasn't my choice.
Know that I was desperate enough and so fucked up that I couldn't leave.
Oh shit! Got it.
The realization hit you.
Yes, that I couldn't leave. But the reason I know now through therapy and stuff is that he left because I was getting stronger. I was pushing back more. I was going to my own therapy. I was like, I was like, we have to go to.
So the game wasn't working anymore. I see.
So, but I still hadn't, like, I knew that some of the stuff that happened at the end was trauma. Like one time he spent, I don't know how long, throwing me around the room, dragging me, pushing me up, pretending to hit me, but not actually hitting me. I don't even know how long that lasted for. 20 minutes, 3-4 hours, just over and over, dragged me across the living room, threw me up against the wall, pretending to hit me, but not actually hitting me, over and over again. The cops showed up and I was like, fuck you guys, get out of my house. Like, who the fuck are you to show up to my house? They're like, look, like, they stay for like half an hour. I was like, if I need help, I'll go to my community resources. I'm not going to go to you.
So
Fuck you
that
guys.
anti-authority was super penetrating.
Yeah. Plus, I was just,
So you're locked down with COVID. You're drinking Benadryl and kava, and what was the transition?
So one day the kids were gone with their dad, and he's like, we're going to be home in like an hour. And I was like, you're high. How are you going to pretend to not be high? Like I was fucked up, like stumbling around the house for like the whole 2 days they were gone.
When you say high, like kava and Benadryl?
Kava and Benadryl.
Got it, okay.
And yeah, just And I was like, fuck it. And so I was like, I'm just going to be a wine drinker, you know, just drink some wine from Trader Joe's or whatever. Yeah, I went from like nice wine and I was like, this shit's expensive and gross. So I just started buying boxed wine
Yeah.
and then started adding like liquor to it. And within like 2 weeks, I was just like a fall down drunk, like just throwing up everywhere.
Sick.
That's funny about the whole wine thing because Jen and I say, well, which one will get you drunk faster? Mm-hmm. That's the wine we want to drink.
Yeah, boxed wine. And now they have like these like fancy boxed wines. It's like one little box is like 3 bottles.
All right.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Dude, yeah.
What was the progression? Falling down, throwing up to...
I started trying to get clean. I went to rehab. So that was in like August of 2020. So before I even really relapsed, I went to the psych ward at the beginning of COVID while I was at Berkeley. Everything was locked down. Everything was online. I was homeschooling the kids. We were all stuck in our little apartment. It was like terrifying in the Bay Area. And I ended up going to the psych ward. I was like super paranoid. I was having like delusions. I wanted to like disappear again, you know. I went to the psych ward. I was in the psych ward when when the shutdown happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I got out, and that was like that like 4 months of like kind of abusing kava and like a little bit of Benadryl and like being on lockdown and being separate from my husband. I felt the freest I'd ever felt in my life.
Oh, no shit.
Yes, because even though we were on lockdown together, after a couple months when like people were kind of going out a little bit, you know, just like I would drive for a day somewhere, spend the night, and then drive back a different way. Or I went on like weekend motorcycle trips by myself, or like I had lovers like in all the counties in like Northern California. You know, it was just like I was fucking free. I felt good.
That sounds
like
free.
I was not
For me, you describing that, I keep going back to like she's shedding her
yes.
Like the word that keeps coming to me is oppression.
Yeah.
Does that fit
Yeah,
for you?
I was, but the thing is that like I wasn't acknowledging that I had the kind of trauma I was living, the kind of abuse I was living. It wasn't really freedom. It was like a teenage rebellion, you know,
right.
like I would go to Fort Bragg and buy a bunch of wholesale succulents. I'd come home and make a bunch of succulent arrangements, fucked up on kava and Benadryl, smoking on my porch, listening to Nina Simone and feeling fucking free. That was not freedom. It was just a different, it was just,
You were telling yourself you were free.
I was just, yeah. It was like the first time I got high again, right? I just didn't give a shit.
So you started to try to get clean. Did that work?
Yeah. So I went to rehab. I had fancy insurance from Berkeley. So I went to a fancy little rehab. And I went there, graduated, went back home. This guy I moved in. So my husband moved with the kids because everything was on COVID. He was doing school online. They moved to Sacramento, 1 week on, 1 week off, back and everything. You know what I mean? It was cool. Moved this guy in who was clean but needed a place to stay until he could get into a sober living. And I was like, sure, like you can, like we'd always been like that. Just let people stay on the couch or, you know what I mean? Like, especially if you're clean and trying to do the right thing. Like, I just had never done that with only like a week clean, you know?
You being a week clean.
Yes, yeah. And Christmas, we have Christmas in Rancho Cordova with the kids, and I go to the store to get something on like Christmas, and I pick up a bottle of vodka and drink it on the way back and ended up drunk. And the next morning I was just like, I gotta go and I'll see the kids when I'm done. And I used for like...
You went on a run?
That's when I first started doing meth, yeah.
And who's watching the kids?
Their dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Interesting.
I wasn't like, even though he had used and had relapsed all that time, he was clean at this point. He had like 6 months clean. And as soon as
Where does the guy that had moved into the house? It sounded like there was some kind of. You said you had never
Story there?
Yeah, you had never done that. Clean.
well,
Did you get
so I
loaded
met
with
him. I met him in rehab.
Got it.
And he got out the day after I did, and he'd been clean for like three months. He was there. I was only there so I was like, he has more time than me. Like, he's serious about his recovery. Like, he's just waiting to get into the sober living, right?
Yeah.
And he had already relapsed, and I kind of knew, but wasn't being honest about it. Like, his behavior was a little bit weird.
Sus.
Yeah, and we had like slept together, and
In the rehab?
No, when he moved in.
Got it.
Yeah, but I was like, no, you're not gonna be my boyfriend. You just get to stay here for a couple weeks till you get a sober living. And I think he thought that he was gonna like move in, and we were gonna be like boyfriend and girlfriend, that kind of thing. And that's not really my jam, Like, I don't just move people in. You're my boyfriend, like,
Yeah.
a little much. So.
It's a little much.
It is. So he relapsed like right after that, and since like their dad was like, if you're under the influence, you're not allowed to see or talk to the kids.
When you started using meth?
No, before that. Like when I
got
started
it.
drinking, he was like, if you're under the influence, you cannot see or be around the kids at all. And I was like, of course that makes sense. Like, even though he just spent 4 years living with the kids under the influence, but so I just. I couldn't see them, couldn't talk to them if I was under the influence. And I just, finally, my whole life of trauma caught up to me. And I just lived for 2 months high in my apartment, fucking did all kinds of weird, crazy stuff,
Yeah, meth will do that.
Yeah. I mostly sat and watched TV for like 3 days straight. I would
That's a long
breaks.
time.
Yeah, I would take breaks to do a line, have a cigarette, make a cup of coffee, and then just sit there and watch just like 3 days straight of watching TV.
So you're seriously vegging out?
Oh yeah.
And you said you were in your own apartment?
Yeah.
Did meth make you level?
Yes.
Yeah.
It shut. It finally stopped.
That's where I
Finally
remember the first
stopped.
yeah. Thank God, dude.
I didn't have to think. I didn't have to feel. I didn't have to acknowledge. I could just.
I felt so normal that I used to convince myself that like everybody else is doing meth. They have to be, because nothing else makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
this is this is what you're supposed to feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Everything shuts off.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, not my story.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was doing crank, and I would realize when it was early morning and the sun started coming up that I'd been awake all night, and all the electronics in the room were dismantled,
I was not
spread
a
out
doer.
perfectly
Yeah.
on the floor, you
Yeah.
know, and and then looking around, realizing like, oh yeah, that was a good one.
That was the guy that guy never left. And I kept telling him, you have to go. You have to go. Like, I cannot get clean.
You have to go. No, I don't.
Yeah. I was like, I can't get clean and have my kids here until you're gone. Like, I really did. Like, every time I'd sleep and wake up, I'd be like, oh shit, I gotta like stay clean today so I can get my kids so they can come over, and be like, but he's here. And then he'd come back he was the guy who went and got the dope, right? Like, he would go get it and bring it back. And he was the one that, like, I had cats who had a kitty litter box, and I would clean their and there's kitty litter. He one time spent, I don't know how long, looking through the carpet, trying to separate the kitty litter and the dope. Kitty litter and dope. And I don't know, after like 2 days, he's like, Sylvia, am I being a little crazy? I was like, yeah, you're fucking whack, dude. Like, that's all kitty litter. Like,
It's all kitty
throw
litter.
it back. Yeah. Like, fucking go to sleep or something. I don't know. Like, he was the,
He'll be known as the kitty litter guy.
oh my God, he would sit on his computer for hours and hours and hours and days. I don't know, like, be in the room. He made his own room, started getting mail there, come out naked, just dick in a bowl of ice water. He'd be like, I gotta take a break. We'd be like, okay, bro, I'm going to watch some more TV.
Yeah.
Can you go get us some more dope? We're like almost out. Can you like get dressed and go? Like, yeah.
Fun times.
Oh man, yeah. He would not leave. I finally got him to leave, but
Where was the end of that drug progression till you got clean this time?
I went to 2 more rehabs.
What I'm curious, what if you went to 2 more rehabs? What do you, looking back now, do you see what was the catalyst of you not getting it, or do you see the pattern? What was missing?
Because I kept going back to my ex-husband.
There's a common denominator.
Yeah, he'd be like, "We need you clean. The kids need you. Come here. Give up your apartment. Give up your money. Give up your job. Give me the money. You need to be here taking care of the kids." So I'd come back, and then all my money would be gone, all my sense of independence. And then one day he's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm taking the kids and moving to LA, and you can come if you want." Or it was just, I continued to allow him to have control over what I did, how I spent my money, what we did with the kids. Even when I was the clean single mom for 2 years and he was still getting loaded.
Yeah.
I still allowed him to dictate everything.
Yeah, that's a lot. Master. He's a master manipulator.
Yeah.
So the end of that drug progression.
Yeah. I was clean for like 2.5 years a year ago. And I was single mom in Placerville, taking care of my kids, going to meetings, had a sponsor. I did the steps like twice, was working on the traditions, working. But I had really bad mental health. I was in and out of psychosis, clean. I was living with my 2 children. My oldest was, I was going to like Al-Anon to try to help my son get clean.
Your oldest?
Yeah. But he was also incredibly abusive, like throw shit, punch walls, steal my money, yell in my face.
Did he
gaslighting?
Did he have mental illness too?
Yes, he was diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, a paranoid disorder, and he would drink and smoke pot. Yeah. So it was very difficult though, because he was a minor and he was my child. I fucking love him, but what I know now is that I was constantly living in a PTSD with him. I was constantly being triggered. And, and so I ended up relapsing. Like I was in and out of the psych ward clean at 2 years clean, maxed out on.
This is recent.
Yeah, a year and a half ago.
How much time do you have right now? A year and a half?
No, I have a year. I have 464 days today.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah.
So a little over a year.
Yeah. Yeah. So what ended that was I went back with their dad. He was like, we can co-parent. We weren't together. No. Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm going to help you get better with your mental health. I wanted to go to this outpatient program in LA. It was like a really intensive outpatient for people who are medication resistant, like supposedly I was.
What does that mean?
It means that no matter how much medication they put me on, I'm still going to have episodes. I'm still going to have psychosis, like that kind of stuff.
Is that, looking back, is that true today?
No, I haven't been on psych meds for almost a year, and I've had no bipolar episodes or psychosis since I've been clean this time.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
Yeah, I've also not been around anybody who has actively abused me in a year.
Well, let's keep it that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so I packed up our stuff, and me and my son, my youngest, went to LA to be live with their dad. He was clean, drug and alcohol counselor, making money, all that stuff. And we ended up homeless in like 2 weeks, and it went like that for like 2 months. And he kept wanting me to like sign everything over to him.
He's working.
Yeah, I know.
How'd you become homeless?
He found this person from the program who was renting out their apartment, and they were just going to live in a room, and we were going to have the rest of it. Really nice on the beach in LA, Playa del Rey, beautiful apartment. And the guy was loaded. Like within a week, I was like, this guy is in his room howling like a dog for days on end.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Yeah, it was like this setup. It was like this constant, like, all of a sudden my wallet was gone, my keys were gone, my phone was being shut off all the time. I'm still recovering. I had this like really detrimental neurological disorder before I had relapsed. That was kind of what led to my relapse. That relapse fucked with my short-term memory. Turns out I had fibromyalgia back then too, and like all that.
You just didn't know it.
Just didn't know it. I was worn down, and I ended up in the same situation. No money, no key, no, didn't know anybody down there. Trying to take care of our son, homeless, like clean. He's got, I don't know, it's fucking, right? How does somebody end up like that? How does somebody end up like that again?
It totally sounds like the con continued.
Yeah, until after 2 months, I was like, no, I'm not getting off. He wanted me to get off like food stamps. So, because they were taking child support. And then he's like, just all this crazy. And I was like, no. And it came down to, I was living in an RV. Steven was with my mom for a winter vacation. And we'd only been down there for like 6 weeks, 2 months. I was in an RV with no electricity, no water, in front of those Al-Anon places, not Al-Anon.
Narnon?
You know, a hall where they have meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that called?
Alano Club.
Alano Club,
Yeah.
like an Alano Club. I met this really cool lady though, who I'm still friends with today. She's like, you can stay here. Like if you need a place, like you can stay here until you figure something out. And I was like, I can't bring Steven. What am I going to bring him back from my mom's, from Placerville, from everything else, to a fucking RV that has no toilet, no water, no electricity? Like, and I went the next day. I was going to go get Steven, and their dad was like, I need $1,000. It was my last $1,000. I'd given him $1,000. I'd been the one who paid for the U-Haul, the storage, the hotels, the food, Steven's school uniforms, taking him to school, like all of that, right? Well, because him going to work was the most important thing. Always the most important thing was whatever he was doing. So I was like, I can't. So we ended up, I went to a meeting up here, and I was so fucking full of shame that I could not tell anybody that people that I'd been going to meetings with for years, right? Who knew who I was, who knew Steven was. I was so full of shame that I couldn't be like, I need help. I'm in a bad spot. Like, help me. No. Me and Steven ended up homeless in Placerville in hotels. I gave him to my mom. I was like, hey, you need to take care of him. I was trying to get into sober livings, rehabs, anything. I was like, fuck it. If I'm going to get into a rehab that takes kids, I need to be loaded. So I started drinking.
Oh, God.
Yeah. CPS got called. I was 5150 like twice in a week. That's when I tried to kill myself a bunch of times in a row. It didn't work. And got a CPS case. I was smoking. That's when I started smoking meth. Got introduced to that by a friend who I met in recovery. And it didn't last long. It was like 2-month relapse, but I literally lost everything. My kids. Then knowing what I know now and having been loved to the extent that I've been loved this year, a year and 3 months ago, it never occurred to me that I could ever ask anybody for help. That I could say, I need help. Like, will you help me? Because I didn't know that, like, I believe that I'm the one who, like, I would tell myself, nobody's going to save you but yourself. When are you going to get up and do, like, when are you going to help yourself? And I just believe that I had to do it. Like, I don't know.
You've had a lifetime of being a hostage.
Yeah.
And to other people and to yourself.
Oh, and I've literally been held hostage multiple times.
Yeah.
Like in like a drug situation.
No, boyfriends, my dad, family in Mexico. Yeah, been held hostage. Yeah.
That's horrible.
What? Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah.
There's a
And-
whole side of you that there's so much more because I've never talked to you in depth. And
Yeah.
so like all of this shit is like, I'm like, fuck, dude. There's
This
a lot
girl's
of,
been through
yeah,
some-
there's a lot of
the
Sylvia
ringer.
going on, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we left off right before you got clean. And you were at a rehab. Was it an SLE
Yes,
when we first started hanging out?
Yes.
So tell us the story leading up to that.
Okay, so I had a CPS case. I lost custody of both my children. My oldest was 17 at the time, and my youngest was 9. That was in February of 2025, and my clean date is March 20th, 2025. So I was living either in my car by the river or in a motel. And
Were the kids with you?
no, I lost custody of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're at your mom's?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. My 17-year-old was jumping trains across the country with his partner. And I wanted to get clean only because, so I was clean for like 2 weeks before my very, very last week. And I was going to meetings. That's when I asked Jen to be my sponsor, but I was still living in my car and I was going to outpatient. And I ended up relapsing. And the week leading up to that is I ran into this friend that I had met in recovery, clean. I met him when he was at rehab. Like, we became friends, and he had relapsed, and so I had relapsed this time. We ended up getting loaded together a few times. He introduced me to this person in Newcastle, and who wanted me to like just stay in his trailer with him, and tons of drugs and all kinds of stuff. And
You wanted a house mouse?
I guess, yeah. What is that? The house?
I picked it up when I was...
Somebody to clean, somebody to have sex with, somebody to do what they're told.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I'm not that person.
But he was looking for that.
That's what,
Maybe, yeah.
That's what he wanted.
Yeah.
You were saying, yeah.
Yeah. And I had this, like, I was having these Zoom visits with my son. And I even had visits with him with CPS and all that because I was clean for that 2 weeks, relapsed for a week. And I was trying to get into like an SLE or a rehab or something because I did want my kids back. Like, but it came down to like I decided to get clean because I knew that I couldn't die. I'd already tried to kill myself multiple times that month. And if I stayed alive and got loaded, I'd be hurting my kids indefinitely. And
Guilt?
yeah, no, they'd have a mom who was out there who chose to get loaded instead of being a mom. You know, that's like,
But were you feeling guilty about being loaded and not being...
no, it wasn't even that. It was that when I did that week that I relapsed after being 2 weeks clean and making it to my CPS appointments for my son, even though I was living in my car trying to get clean, right? I was clean for 2 weeks, making my supervised visits. That week, I missed a day because I only had 2 days a week. And then the next one, I was under the influence and I had a Zoom visit with him face to face. And I just had this realization that the only thing he wanted was his fucking mom, and nobody could replace me. And that was the first time I ever felt that. Like, I always felt I was replaceable, that anybody could do a better job than me. Even when I was clean, right? Even when I was clean, like their dad would always be there. My mom would always be there. There'd always be somebody. And I just had this realization that I am unreplaceable. Only
Somewhere
I
you
can do
learned
that
that,
job. What?
Somewhere you learned that you're replaceable.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then you unlearned it probably in the last little stint of clean time
Yeah.
before you relapsed.
When I was a single mom taking care of them,
Yeah.
clean, yeah, and that if I was gonna get clean, so my biggest fears was not dying. It was not, being a meth addict by the river, whatever. My biggest fear was being clean and still wanting to die, still wanting to get loaded, still wanting to hurt myself, still, like being clean and still feeling imprisoned by myself, imprisoned by
Wow.
life, and so I had this DMT trip in this trailer with this guy.
What's DMT?
Something that you smoke that like
Dimethyltryptamine.
yeah.
Oh.
And I was
It's like it's a hallucinogenic.
Yeah.
I think it's like they derive it.
Mescaline or peyote or something?
No, I think you get it from
Ecstasy.
no, it's like from plants.
you get it from a root, and I
Yeah.
think there's another version of it that comes from toads.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
really
like it's really very psychedelic and visual.
yeah,
Okay.
and I was just so it was the first time I'd ever done it, and I saw this like
They say you release it naturally when you die.
yes.
Like your body
Yes.
has some of it in there,
Wow.
and when you die or when you're giving birth.
Yes. Yeah. It's like super intense, like body hallucination, visual, everything. It's like the craziest.
I wonder if that's what people are
Short-term.
talking about when they see a tunnel and then they get brought back
Maybe.
from the dead.
Yeah.
Their DMT trip.
Yeah.
I smoked it one time and forced it kind of puts you to sleep, and I forced myself to stay awake, and I watched the seasons change, trees
Yeah.
falling off
Yes.
leaves, flowers blooming, sky
Oh,
changing.
serious?
Yes,
Yeah.
that intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
shit.
I was like high on meth and did the DMT, so I was not falling asleep. And I saw the universe on the roof of this trailer.
Got
and I
the
was-
answers to everything.
Oh yeah, I was so
I wish there was somebody here to ask me questions.
no, I was just
Enlightened.
filled with hope, like that I could fucking jump in the flow of that, and I could do something different. And that was 2 days before I decided to get clean.
Wow.
And
People get clean. They do a little DMT trip or ayahuasca or something, and they're never the same again.
I haven't got, so I got a call. I met my friend in Reno Behavioral Health when I was in the psych ward in February for a week. I met him there, not an addict. We somehow still became friends, stayed friends. And I was high as fuck. It was Wednesday morning. I was high. I wanted to get clean for Steven, but I didn't know how I was going to do it. And he was like, you are in a position where you have CPS who's going to pay for housing. You have people that you already know in that area. He's like, you have so many resources. He's like, but if you keep getting loaded, they're going to go away and you're not going to have them anymore.
Oof.
Yeah.
Reality
And-
check.
Yeah. And I was like smoking meth with him while I was on the phone talking about how I want to get clean. And
Sick.
yeah, at the river. And
In a van down by the river.
almost Honda Civic 99. Duct tape bumper. And so the next day I got a call saying that I got a spot in the sober living. I just had to show up clean because I was already part of the outpatient, right? I'd been going to outpatient for 3 weeks,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And I called Jen, who was my sponsor at the time, kind of in name. I said, I'm going to get clean tomorrow. And she's like, okay.
Yeah.
So I gave away
Okay,
my
sweetie.
dope. Yeah, I went back to that guy's house, gave him my dope, drove down to the river from Roseville to the river, parked my car, and just slept for like 4 hours, woke up, showed up to my intake appointment, and stayed clean.
And that was it, huh?
Yeah, and then I started trauma therapy like 7 days later.
Just dove right into that. How did that happen? Did they offer it?
They asked me what I thought I needed to stay clean. I said I need to go to therapy. And so they paid for therapy for a year.
No kidding.
Yep.
Very fortunate.
Yeah.
Very fortunate.
Yeah, it's like the only thing they paid for, my drug tests.
Yeah.
What do you need to stay clean? A lobotomy.
Yeah.
Fucking take it all.
Well, I told them I was like, I can't stay clean homeless. I was like, I can't stay clean living in my fucking car, like scared all the time. It was scarier being clean living in my car than getting loaded living in. When I was high
yeah.
in my
You don't
car,
give a
I didn't
fuck.
care.
Yeah.
But being clean, single, little woman, tiny person, it was scary. Like they would kick me out of parks. The cops would be like, you can't spend the night here. You're like, well, okay, where am I supposed to go?
She's just a slightly bit smaller than average human. She's not a little person. The way you said that, it was like, I can't be homeless in my car. I'm a midget.
We don't say that.
You know, I tried to skirt around that
I
word.
saw that.
Yeah, but it had to come out. Yeah.
No. Your introduction way back to Narcotics Anonymous, it like made it really super easy for you to get back into the rooms.
Yeah, except for this time. This was the hardest time.
Really?
Because, before every time it was like, even when I was getting loaded that 2 months, just doing lines of meth and drinking vodka and like whatever for 2 months straight, I was going to online meetings.
Oh.
Zoom. Fucking twacked out of my mind. Zoom meetings for like 6 hours straight. Yeah, trying to get, just hoping that somebody would say something.
Right.
That would like get me clean.
Something you could grab onto?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right. So you get to your SLE, and I guess we could start with the 4-step questions. Let's do it. Resentments. Mm-hmm. When you first got clean and you're in the SLE, did you carry any from your past? Stuff that you carried for a long time? No,
not that I knew. No, not really. My resentments were my family, because when I was homeless with Steven, they were like, I was like, take him for a couple weeks while I try to get us into a sober living for women and children or whatever. Once the CPS case happened, which was like literally a month later, nothing. Nobody talked to me. Nobody helped me. Just everybody fucking abandoned me. My whole family I felt like they abandoned me. Like,
okay.
Like nothing. Yeah. And so for the first like 6 months, I was incredibly resentful, confused, angry.
At your family?
Yeah. Yeah.
When you say your family, like...
My brother, my sister, and my mom.
Okay.
Yeah. Just completely abandoned me. Yeah.
And they were watching their sister or daughter destroy her own life.
Yeah, and I know now it wasn't even the being a drug addict again. It was, they knew it was because I kept going back to their dad. I think it was that. They just couldn't watch the result of that.
Yeah, you think any part of that had to do with them also knowing that your mental illness played a part in the cycling through getting clean and getting loaded and getting clean and getting loaded?
See, and
did they acknowledge? I'm sorry, that's my question.
Okay.
Did they acknowledge the mental illness?
Yes and no. No, when I got sick 2 years ago and was hospitalized for the neurological disorder and was in the psych ward, clean, maxed out on antipsychotics, what I know now, I did a therapy session with my mom, is they already believed I had started getting loaded like 6-9 months before I was actually getting loaded. Like, so they were like not helping me. Nobody checked up on me when I was laying in bed dying for a week. Literally laying in bed, almost died for a week.
What is the neurological thing?
It's called neurologic malignant disorder, and it's literally fatal, super rare, potentially fatal, super rare allergic reaction to antipsychotics.
No shit.
Yes.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
How did you find that out?
And you've been just taking antipsychotics, just massive doses, snorting them when your whole life, and then you have an allergic reaction to them?
No, I wasn't. No.
Well, you were talking about when you were a kid.
It's 16. So from 19 when I had my son.
I only say all that to say it's crazy that it took that. Like, you're lucky if you have an allergy to them.
Yeah.
You were standing in line swapping meds and snorting them and all that shit, and then all of a sudden it's like...
Yeah. Well, I had never really been on antipsychotics. I was always on mood stabilizers for bipolar. I didn't start having psychotic kind of episodes until the end, before I relapsed at 14 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a trip.
Yeah.
Okay. I just was thinking about how fucking wild that would have... I mean, the chances of having that allergy and then...
Yeah. So I'm like, I can't be on antipsychotics anymore. Yeah.
Well, that's That's a good thing, I guess, right?
Yeah, I've had no reason to be, so.
Good.
Your resentment to your family,
Yeah.
right? And then, is there any other ones when you got here? The ex.
No, I think that,
Can we, I'm sorry, before we get too far away from it, can we close the loop on the neurological thing real quick?
oh, yeah.
Sorry. I didn't mean to derail
go
that.
for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
No, I'm just kind of curious how, like, what happened, how that played out. Like, is it an ongoing thing to deal with, or was just a reaction and you're past it?
So it causes autonomic responses. So you lose the ability to regulate your heartbeat, breathing, temperature, all that kind of stuff. And so it happened one day. I ended up in the hospital. I actually had a heat stroke and allergic reaction to bees. And that's me being vulnerable already is what triggered that. It's like what made me susceptible to having this allergic reaction.
Wow.
Yes. So they're like, we don't really know, you have heat stroke, your allergic reaction. They sent me home. IVs.
The nervous system is crazy.
Yes.
It's so nuts.
Yes. And the only 0.02% of people who are on antipsychotics ever have this reaction. So then I go home and I'm just like, I can't function. My sponsor comes and visits me. My mom takes care of Steven while I'm like trying to recover. And at this point, they think I've already relapsed, and I haven't yet, right? Like I've got over 2 years clean. And so like day 7, my sponsor comes, she's like, I'm taking you to the ER. Like I refused to go to the ER. I refused to go back to the doctor. I was like, I'm just going to lay here till I get better. But it wasn't working. So she takes me to Mercy and they're like, you are having some sort of reaction to medication. You need to stop taking your medication. And so
you were having the reaction and continued taking the medication for a week?
Damn.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You could have died just off of that.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And I went and saw my psychiatrist the very next day. The ER sent them a message. She's like, this is what you're having. It's called neuroloptic malignant disorder. All you have to do is stop the medication. And they put me on Klonopin and Benadryl to ease my nervous system.
Uh-huh.
And so that took like another 4 days to like recover. And then because they took me.
Klonopin's nice.
Yeah, it was okay.
And you love Benadryl.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but because I was like, my son was actively abusive, chaos in the house. I had like homeless teenagers staying at my house that I was feeding. They were using around me. Like I was fucking physically very unwell, and mental health wise, I was being triggered all the time, right? Abuse in my house. My son's screaming at me, throwing stuff, stealing my money, calling me crazy, saying like, I didn't steal your money. You lost your money. Just like gaslighting the fuck out of me about everything. But I'm clean, trying to recover, clean in my apartment. And they have to take me off all antipsychotics immediately. I was already on like 3. They dropped me down. And the bummer is that the 5 months previous was the best I'd done mental health wise. No episodes, nothing. I was doing really good. Like I was like doing well. Then that happened. So I immediately go into like a real psychosis. I think people are following the unnamed underground organizations are following, trying to get to my dad, trying to get to me. Like I'm going to work, I'm going to meetings, and I have all these delusions. I think people are drugging me. I'm not sleeping. I'm taking piss tests myself because I'm pretty sure somebody's like drugging me. Got like 4 boyfriends. They're all like hanging out. Like, when's it my turn? I'm like, you gotta wait your turn. They're clean, kind of, not really. Yeah, it was.
Okay, you got a lot going on.
I haven't even relapsed yet. So we're going on like day 4 of 0 sleep. I'm like hallucinating all the time. And I went to a meeting, drove some newcomers to a meeting. And then my friend, who I love actually, who really took care of me, he's already getting loaded, but I didn't know. He's like, it's okay if you drink. Like, you need some relief. And you're like, I was like, you're right, I do. So I leave a meeting, drink. And that was that relapse. Yeah.
And then you got into the SLE.
Yeah, that was I was clean for like 4 months after that, doing really good. And when I was doing really good is
At
when
the SLE?
No, this was because he asked about the neurological disorder. What
Okay,
happened?
gotcha.
Yeah. So when I was clean for 4 months, that's when their dad said, "Hey, come to LA. I'll help take care of you while you get better, recover from the neurological disorder."
Yeah.
So that's
In the
what
meantime, give me all your money.
yeah.
So you went to LA?
I did, yeah.
And then the abuse continued?
yes.
Yeah. We touched on LA a little bit earlier.
Just for a minute. 'Cause I was only there for like 6 weeks, 2 months, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you got thank you for doubling back for that.
Yeah.
Thank you. You got to sober living and we were talking about resentments.
Yeah.
Yes. So and you wanted to go back to the
Yeah, I took us on a fucking
So I'm not really a resentment holder. Like,
I could tell.
yeah.
Like
you can't. Why? You got too many, dude. You'd have so many if you held on to resentments.
I don't like, it's not,
In order to find peace, you have to learn how to let go of shit.
yeah, what is the point? Like,
Sure.
And even, so before I didn't hold on to resentments because Sylvia does not have resentments and she's not angry and she doesn't have any trauma and she has no negative
And nothing's
feelings.
wrong.
And
so
nothing's wrong.
you're the perfect
Nothing's wrong.
girl.
Everything's fine.
Yes, I am the perfect
I get it.
girl. Yes. And what has helped me this year is I've learned to feel anger, to feel angry about things, and that actually is so freeing. Like I do get mad at my ex. Like the other day, he's like,
and you can just be mad.
yes,
Yeah.
and then let it go, and then
Yeah.
like, okay, like at first being angry scared the shit out of me because I only got angry under the influence when somebody was trying to physically harm me. That allowed me to let out my rage justifiably. Well, I started we had bar fights in San Francisco. I was like 12 years clean. The whole fucking bar in San Francisco got into a brawl because of me. Yeah.
There's a
Atta
difference
girl.
between sounds like what you found out is there's a difference between like anger or being mad and like rage.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a big
Yes.
yeah, rage is like an uncontrollable thing,
Yes.
whereas like anger is like a feeling that you can acknowledge.
Yes.
Like
a healthy feeling.
I'm mad right now and we shouldn't have this conversation.
Yes.
Or like I am experiencing anger and I need to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like I would be able to do it with my therapist. Like I'd get up, I'd be like, fuck, blah, 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 fuck that. And then I'd be like, oh, that's a little harsh. I shouldn't have, that was kind of mean. I shouldn't have said, like, no joke, in therapy, like just having a meltdown.
Oh, sorry, let me reel it back in real quick.
Yes. Like that was a little too much. But like slowly, and then I can like be driving and have a feeling of anger and be like, yeah, you should be angry about that. That's a reason to be angry. And then let it go.
Yeah.
I'm curious, did this new realization about having a feeling like anger as a feeling, did that lead into other feelings being more available to you?
Yeah. When I decided to get clean this time, after about a month of doing therapy, I realized that in order to be there for my son, live the kind of life I wanted, free from this like glass prison, that I would have to feel all the things that I told myself were not okay to feel and
Yeah.
I was not allowed to feel, and that were weaknesses. Feeling shame, feeling anger, feeling resentment, feeling loved was all a weakness.
Vulnerabilities.
Any vulnerability. I wouldn't even, I used to not even tell you that I was uncomfortable or that, because then you would know I have a weakness.
Yeah, I've got a lifetime of experience of like not letting people use that information
Yes.
Just the
back at me.
just the acknowledgement and the understanding that you like to be a better version of yourself, you have to be open to experiencing those things, like that's such a big door to walk through.
Dude,
Like it's like,
yeah.
But it's
Like-
a game changer.
100%. Yeah.
Well-
And that's what I mean. Like when you walk through that door on the back side of it is like, there's the opportunity to actually experience life. Like
I didn't even know I didn't even know that I was constantly guided by my shame. Like when I started telling,
you're guided, you're fully guided by a thing that you don't have.
yes. Yes, I operate on beliefs that I consciously do not allow myself to think, because if I even think it, then you might see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, do you know how long it was before I even told people that I was a writer or that I painted or that I went to UC Berkeley?
Because that was information.
That was information
Yeah.
that you did not need to know.
Dude, I know that one so well.
Yeah. I could tell you that, we escaped to Mexico in the middle of the night, but I would not let you know that I'm a writer.
Yeah. There's no way you can know that I'm creative.
Yeah.
And I know that is part of your authenticity is your creative side.
What is, what about today? Do you have any, I know you say you don't hold on to resentments, but is there any that you currently like that come up or come and go for you, like that you're dealing with right now?
Maybe hits
Resentment?
once in a
Yeah.
while.
I know you mentioned like, I am mad at my kid's father or,
Yeah. So I'm still actively working on resentments with my family. It comes up sometimes. And
things trigger it or
yeah,
remind you.
yeah,
I can relate.
yeah, especially with my mom.
Because you guys have an active relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I say this all the time is like the people that I harm the most are the people that are closest to me. So it's either like Jen or
Yes.
Jake,
Yeah.
or a resentment.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think I believe and I feel that that's a natural. I don't want to say natural, but that is an occurrence that happens that
Yeah.
I've learned not to put so much shame and guilt on it.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Because-
Yeah.
We're all human.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I get the 10th step. So
Yeah.
because I'm gonna falter sometimes, so I get to clean it up.
Yeah.
All right. So resentment, just family.
Family. I mean, I have a lot of resentment against systems and stuff
And the
like that in
police.
general. Yeah.
Fuck the police.
I get real. I actually having a CPS case, living in a sober living with women who had less capabilities as me, less ability to manage resources, and watching the way our system works or doesn't work is a regular source of anger for me.
Yeah. I
Shit, you just turn on the news and feel that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I feel that would be a normal thing for a lot of people
Yeah, it's just
in and outside of
regularly.
the rooms.
Yeah,
The system's jacked.
yeah.
That's fucked from the top down, dude.
What makes this society so fucked up is that we have the illusion that people can just pull themselves up by the bootstraps, that you can just go to the county office and get resources. That's an illusion. Most people do not have the fucking even ability
Fortitude.
to even say or ask for what they need. Most people don't even know that they need help, let alone, it's like me. You just assume that you're supposed to be a drug addict and who loses their kids and that's what you deserve.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
that's
that
a
lie
whole
is
nother
dead.
side. Yeah, that's a
Right?
whole nother.
Reservations. Do you have any, did you, when you first, or when you got clean this time, did you have any reservations? And do you have any today?
I don't think I have reservations today, actually.
I like what you said earlier, like every time that you were clean, like you did the best you could at that time. So
Yes.
it makes it to where it's like, I never like had like
Fail. You didn't fail.
Yeah, and I didn't have a plan. Like, if this happens, I'm going to get loaded, or
Yes.
like if that, like, it's just like I should. I don't know. I got loaded.
Shit
Fucking
happens.
My
drug addict, yeah.
reservation used to be that I could just get high. I could just escape by getting high. I could just relapse, and that would be my escape. That was my escape plan, was just getting loaded. Because if I got loaded, then anything I did after that was understandable. Whether I tried to commit suicide,
because,
whether I
yeah.
got locked up, whether
It would justify your
anything.
behaviors.
Yes. It was an escape. I could just,
Why'd you do that? Well, I was fucking loaded.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this time in the
Crank
first
pipe for an escape hatch.
yeah, fuck yeah. The first couple weeks, I think my reservation was maybe like a couple months. My reservation was like, if I didn't get my kids back, I would just go back to getting loaded.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's tough. I mean, open CPS case
Yeah.
while you're in an SLE
Yeah.
and you're having to deal with the interactions with because your youngest was with your mom,
Yeah.
having to deal with the interactions with your mom while you're trying to stay clean, deal
Yeah.
with feelings, still having resentment with family,
Yeah.
all of that on top of, everything else in your life, mental health issues, staying.
So I got into the SLE. I had to do outpatient, everything that CPS said. I started therapy, and in that first month is when I realized that I had been abused for 20 years, and that abuse, even 5 years after I was not even with that person, continued and led me to where I was at. And then, like, when I first started therapy, I was like, yeah, my childhood was fine. Like, it was, my mom was a little bit, wackadoodle or whatever. So I started trauma therapy, was doing outpatient, was doing everything CPS wanted me to do, trying to work part-time, go to meetings, like running around, like my whole schedule. Every 2 weeks, my schedule changed. And didn't have anywhere to live, didn't know what, I got kicked out of that sober living after 4 months, right? Was homeless for like 24 hours again. And I just want to say that I didn't think I didn't know if I would be able to do what I needed to do to not just get my son back, but to do it in a way that I believed he deserved and that I deserved.
Could feel good about.
To feel good about it.
Have you been able to shake that reservation?
Yes, absolutely.
That's tight.
Good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
What is it? Fears?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Biggest fear when you got clean this time, and then fear that you're currently dealing with.
The biggest fear was that I would not get my children back, that I would not be able to stay clean, that I would.
I remember that process for you.
Yeah.
It was, for me, an outsider watching the process, I so admired the fact that you kept plugging away. Like, you didn't stop, and you made all the phone calls, and you went to the places and the appointments and the online, and just kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do that you got to earn it.
It was hard.
Yeah.
I got full custody of him back in 6 months, and our case was full physical custody of him in 6 months. He was living back with me. I got us a home, car, was back in school, got him set up. Yeah.
It's a good sign that somebody is like really serious about doing something different. Because a lot of I know for sure that I've seen a lot of people, and I hear all the time, like people like they're like, I want to stay clean, I want to do better, but they aren't willing to struggle. Like they're like they just want it to just happen, and like you have to earn that shit,
Yeah.
There's a lot of steps I got to take, and holy fuck, this is gonna suck, and do it anyway.
Yeah, but what's the alternative?
Yeah,
Stay miserable
keep
for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Keep sucking.
Yeah. So that was the fear when I got here, is that I would not get my children back, and that I would fail again, because I was a failure. I was a fucking failure. I was a loser.
It's interesting when you're saying that. All I could think about now is those are the conditions that you were told and taught and manipulated. And that type of abuse is systemic. And
Absolutely.
so it's so ingrained into
Yes.
you. And that's the story that goes on in your head.
Yeah.
And 99% of that is not true.
Yeah. That is, but when I got clean, I didn't know that. Just 15 months ago, I didn't know that wasn't true.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I didn't even know that the things I'd experienced were fucking crazy. And like, we haven't even touched, the surface of what I went through clean with my ex. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's just so something that I learned in therapy, and I don't know if this is true for everything or everybody, but the trauma and the abuse and everything that you did or went through as a child and teenager and adulthood, you became such you had to were forced to become a stronger person.
Yeah.
Whether it was to keep all that stuff down or live up to this expectation, you became such a stronger person for it. And then you take all that stuff away and you're left with just being a strong person. And so it's not a silver lining or anything like that. It's just the part of the fact that the people that go through stuff like you and I did and Josh, we end up being pretty amazing, miraculous people.
That's interesting. As he's leading up to saying that, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm really interested to see like what you do, because there's so much mental fortitude and like determination and all, like you've bulldozed through so much shit, and now you're starting to recognize like the reality of everything you bulldoze through and the strength that people can carry on the back end of that, plus a little bit of balance and like determination, like focused determination. Like it's wild what people, like that. Those are like usually the people that accomplish
great things,
wild shit.
That's exactly the point.
Think about this. Like getting into UC Berkeley to me, it wasn't a big deal. It was what I had to do to even get there. And that was clean, right? Taking care of the kids, working, volunteering in their classroom.
In the middle of chaos.
In the middle of chaos.
Yeah.
It's psychotic episodes.
Yeah.
Like in statistics, psychotic, manic, like creeping up and down. Oh man, just clean. Like, but I did it one day after another. I'm not saying that is not healthy by any means, obviously. However, today I recognize that whatever got me through that, I can take the good part of that use
that's
it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Sure,
Yeah.
Some kind of fortitude or something. Just
fear today. Biggest fear that you're dealing with today.
The biggest fear I'm dealing with today is relationships. Yeah.
Elaborate.
I spent this last year slowly building like friendships. The biggest relationship that has had the biggest impact on me is my relationship with my sponsor. She really is for me, like she loved me till I could start loving myself. Like she just, but also like romantic relationships or like even friendships. I feel like I start to get close to people. My whole life I've gotten close to people, but I only let them get this close. And then when they started getting in, I was like, no, like I can love you, but you can't love me.
The flags and the alarms go off, like vulnerability.
Yeah, just like, I will love you. I will care for you. I will be a friend. But as soon as you start loving me back, like, and I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want that kind of existence anymore.
That's the first step. Like being able to see that you're doing that. And have you seen any progress in that area?
Yes.
I'm curious. Did you try to keep those walls up because this was new and you've never had it before?
With who?
Just being loved.
No.
Or you
it's safer.
Yeah, it's so safer. Yeah, like I've had friendships before and stuff, but it was very much like you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. And if you want more than what I told you you can have, then that's your fault for getting hurt. And that was universal. Friendships, lovers, sponsorship, you sponsees, you know, I'm very clear. This is all you get from me. And if you want more, that's on you.
That's a sign of OCD. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like my diagnosis
Yeah.
of the type of OCD that I have is exactly that. That I get to, as an adult, because of the chaos and the trauma throughout my life,
Yeah.
as an adult, I get to dictate
Yes.
what goes on in my life.
Yeah.
And that's what I can control.
I would use that same thought process to get what I wanted when I was not ready to make a commitment, like out, like sleeping around or whatever. I would I'm not doing anything wrong if I tell you, regardless of the feelings that you have, like you only get, this is where it stops.
I did that. So
Yeah.
that's, but, okay.
Like I'm not doing anything
Yes,
wrong. Like
no.
I'm being honest with you.
I told you right away. That's all you get.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that you want more. So can you man up? Can you fucking man up? And or do you or you know what I mean? Like, or
it's not my fault you got feelings.
yeah,
Fuck you.
I told you.
Yeah.
So I'm trying not to do that anymore.
Where does the fear come in? It's like you have the fear that won't, like you won't get that, like you won't fix it, or you're afraid to have that.
Yeah, I'm afraid that I will start loving another person back, whether it's a friendship or romantic. And then I'm gonna, because I do love people dearly. I fall in love hard with friends, with children, with people, with lovers. Like I fall in love hard. And my fear is that I'm going to allow myself to start showing you how much I care about you. And then all your control, all your character defects are going to come out. And because I love you, I'm just going to let it happen. And I'm going to end up where I was.
That's a cycle that your ex drove into you.
I experienced that too. I was just talking to Sadie about that last night. Like, we just got married. We signed for a house last night.
Congratulations,
Josh.
Thank you.
A bunch of your listeners, by the way, our listeners online have been saying congratulations to you.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
announced it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, so they all know.
I got through all those things without consciously acknowledging or realizing that I was experiencing some of that stuff. And then like now that it's all like, it's like I had like everything caught up with me like in the last like 2 or 3 days. And I'm like, all of a sudden I'm like scared and I'm insecure. And I'm like, she's going to take advantage of me. She's going to manipulate me. She's going to hurt me. She's going to leave me. We just bought a house together. She's going to fucking, all she wants is a house. That's all that matters to her. All these stories. And I can literally see my mom when I'm thinking about all these things. I'm like, good Lord, dude. Just like, what the fuck is it? And so I say all that to say like, so like you let somebody close to you and they hurt you. So what?
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, I think today I actually, so for like that 2 years that I was clean, there's a couple people who was like, yeah, we'll date and see where it goes. One of them ended horribly. And one of them was just like red flag, red flag, red flag. You are a walking red flag. I'm going to tell you where all your character defects and your manipulation, your control is coming out and how I don't want any of it. Bye. So there's that fear too, is that like, I'm going to hurt somebody.
Sure.
That I'm going to hurt them.
That's what made me stop dating.
Yeah.
Cause I kept hurting. I had done enough work to where hurting somebody else was also hurting me.
I'm gonna share with you guys this thing. So that when I was really sick and I told you I had like 4, 5 people,
Boyfriends.
and I said, boyfriends.
Air quotes.
Boyfriends imply
that implies too much closeness.
Yes, that implies a commitment. Whatever. No, these were friends who.
These were people that I had strong boundaries with.
Yes, they knew that as soon as they left, the other one was coming over or whatever, right?
And if they got more feelings than me, I don't care.
Yes, and that's actually what happened. And I found out later that that's what had happened. And what that person that I relapsed with, that my last week, during that he was totally in psychosis. He admitted that he had been in love with me the year before, totally in love, and that other people were in love with me, and I didn't care. And I knew that they were in love with me, and I did it anyways, right? I did and didn't, right? Also, I already told you. So if you have feelings, it's your fault. So it's terrible. I didn't talk to him for like 3 days. I got clean. The second day that I was clean, I was in the ER, like from something else. And I found out he had killed himself that morning, shot himself in the head.
Whoa.
And 3 days later, I found out how in love with me he was, and all this shit. And it fucked me up. And that was part of,
That's heavy.
it fucked me up.
Yeah.
And I have not been with somebody I'm not trying to get into a relationship this year.
There you go.
It fucked me up.
That's some women that I spent time with got loaded and they still haven't made it back.
Yeah.
And
One of them,
I was like part of that process for them.
the other guy's spending 3 years in prison right now.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. Only one of them is clean still.
None of which you have any control over.
I know. I've gone through therapy. You know, we've talked about this in therapy and stuff. And I was also very vulnerable, mentally ill, in and out of psych. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, everybody has a part.
everybody has a part. And
So
yeah.
so the fear today is that the fear is based around just kind of relationships in general. It sounds like not sure if you're going to handle it well, not sure if you're willing to get hurt. Not sure,
vulnerability.
vulnerability.
you know what? I actually have confidence today that if somebody starts to exhibit red flags, that I will stand up for myself. I think I am mostly scared that I'm going to hurt somebody else. That I'm going to be the one that says, "Yeah, let's love each other." You know what? Actually, I changed my mind.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I don't love you anymore.
Yep. And sometimes that's a part of the process.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Just curious, not that there's a right or a wrong way to, or any specific way to deal with that, but do you have a specific thought or idea on how you're going to get past that?
Yeah, I know.
Or
that.
how you think you may be able to?
You know what? Part of it is that person, who I was then, just a year and a half ago, believed that I didn't deserve for people to love me. And I know that's not true today. I know it's not true, and I kind of feel it, and I kind of practice. I kind of practice it every day, right? I practice a little
what this
bit.
program is.
I allow my sponsor to love me. I allow Kevin to love me, even when I'm like, that is fucking corny, but I know it's so genuine, and you mean it.
Yeah.
That I have to allow it, right? I am practicing letting other people love me.
That's the only way. I think, in my experience,
Just
that's the
practice.
only way.
Yeah.
Like you got to be willing to get, like, it might hurt.
Yes.
Yeah, something might hurt, and then like that's how you learn, you know.
Yeah.
And then try to keep your side of the street clean. Or my experience was being willing to do that, and then also try to keep my side of the street clean. It's tough. Relationships are tough.
Yeah, and be open and be like, I'm fucking scared today. Like I can do that with friendships, and I do that with my sponsor. Like I'll tell Jen, I'm scared to tell you this. I feel shame just thinking, and then I tell her anyways.
Yeah.
You know?
Walking through it.
Yeah.
The cool part about that is like if you find somebody that you can do that stuff with, it's real.
Yeah.
You know, because if you can't do that stuff, like I haven't seen a version of a relationship that's healthy if those things aren't present.
Yeah.
So
I really feel that to tag on to that, I really feel that the point where you become more authentic and vulnerable, you attract healthier people.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that's for a fact. This first year, I had to let go of people
That were not healthy for
who
you.
just reflected back to me the person I used to be.
Yeah.
It'll
And-
keep happening.
Yes.
If you keep doing work, it'll
Yes.
keep happening.
Yes. And
Sometimes that sucks too.
yeah. Yeah. But I think I actually believe that I have the ability to love people without restraint and to start allowing people to love me.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That squashes that fear then.
Yeah.
It's still fear, but
You get to walk through
Yeah.
it.
What comes after fears, Kevin?
Assets, resentments.
Is it resentment, reservations, fears?
We haven't had to use these in a while. Assets and gratitude.
I think there's another one
Right.
that we're missing.
What consequences from past
That's it.
wrongdoings are
Yeah.
you living with today?
one terrible credit, no money, no education.
That's not true.
You just talked about getting AAs and going to Berkeley.
Yeah, but I didn't get my bachelor's. I didn't
Wait,
finish.
I never even went to college.
I know. Yeah.
When you say no education, I'm calling bullshit.
I know. This is what I tell myself. Actually, you know what? The wreckage that I'm dealing with is starting over. You know, everything. My ex held our storage hostage, and we literally lost everything. I lost everything that I owned my entire life, all of my children's stuff, and I had to start over.
That sounds kind of nice.
It's not if you didn't have a choice, if you didn't choose, and it's not.
It could be nice.
It is sometimes, and it's not. Like my children's drawings are gone. Their baby pictures are gone.
That sucks.
It sucks.
It can suck, but I do want to say one of the most freeing experiences I've ever had was shedding everything from my childhood. I'm not saying this is true for everybody, but I lugged around like baby blankets, pictures, cards, like all of the stuff that goes in a storage unit or the stuff that you carry around with you.
Yeah.
One of the last couple times I moved, I went to the dump and frisbeed everything into the dump.
Well, it was hard because every time we moved, and we moved a lot, it just we need to move up. That person would throw stuff away that wasn't theirs because we didn't need it. And so when I got to this point where I was a single mom with my 2 children,
You wish you had that.
What I had left was things that I insisted that we keep, like their preschool drawings, their kindergarten pictures, stuff that wasn't my great grandma. Like, I wasn't a hoarder. We're talking about like a 2-bedroom apartment the size of this studio, basically, of stuff that, and I was clean like most of my children's life. So it wasn't like stuff from my addiction. It wasn't like, it was.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I totally get it. Especially you're talking about your children. Like, why would you throw that stuff away?
Yeah.
It's so funny that how perspective can.
You don't have kids.
Well, even if I guess I don't know because I don't have kids, but like, it's so interesting, like, how you guys, maybe you're relating to what she's saying or whatever, and somebody else may relate to what I'm saying. It's like that was you're like, I want my shit, you know? And I'm like, fucking good riddance.
Well, it was like,
I'm in between that.
the entire time that I lived with this person, they decided for me what I got to keep and what I didn't, what I got and what I didn't. You know what I mean? And so having 2 years of being like, I can own or not own whatever I want. And I wasn't a hoarder, like at all, not by any means. Anyways, I even forgot where that was.
It was
Consequences that you're dealing with.
Okay. So
all your shit's gone.
Yeah. Consequences are really just doing the work that I was not able to do before. Working on fears, working on relationships. The consequence of my relapses on my children and having to pick up those tasks.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's the reality of what it did to them.
That one hits.
Yeah.
That would be a tough one because it's constant. And in their lives, they always have that memory.
I don't have control. It doesn't matter what kind of 4-step I do. It doesn't change for them, their experience, their reality. Yeah.
Yeah. The good part about all of that is that your kids get to watch the metamorphosis of you and go, oh, well, at least I have this mom.
Yes.
You know, and be grateful for that.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's consequences.
Okay.
We did resentments. We did fears. We did reservations. So we have assets. What assets do you have that helps you be of service to others?
It helps me be of service to others.
You could simplify it if it makes it easier just to say,
What are your assets?
Yeah. Okay.
Things that,
Courage.
There we
I think
go.
that I have a lot of courage. Willingness.
There we go.
I am like 95% willing to look at my part. Like really, actually, like if I hear something and I don't agree, I will later take a look at it and think about it and write about it.
Sounds like maybe some honesty.
Yeah,
Honest.
honesty. Yeah. I am very compassionate. I have a lot of empathy. I like to make light of things sometimes. Like I think that's an asset.
take it so seriously.
Yeah.
Intelligent.
Intelligent.
Creative. I hear you're creative. Yeah. You paint, you write.
Yeah.
Yeah. Educated.
That's not an asset.
I just said that to be a smart ass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
Interesting about how you perceive intelligence is like, well, I didn't graduate, and I'm on another perspective of intelligence. It's like, yeah, you're smart. I guess it coincides with wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Like,
And awareness.
yeah, your whole
Yeah.
life has given you a perfect, Josh,
Yeah.
awareness. And so you have that intelligence. And so it's not just like book study.
Yeah. And I by no means would ever say your intelligence is based on your degree, because I know for a fact that's not how it works. Like me and my son have these conversations. There's all different kinds of intelligence, and spatial, artistic, musically, mathematically, emotionally,
Yeah.
all that stuff. I don't like to say that I'm smart because I got into Berkeley, because I don't want somebody to feel bad that they didn't go to school, so they think I'm saying they're not smart.
Are you afraid that that's dipping into ego?
It's not dipping into ego.
Or is it more that like you're not smart because you went to Berkeley?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not what makes
For
me
sure.
smart. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Alright.
you could get into Berkeley by being a hard worker.
Yeah.
Or being determined.
And be average.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
But I hate, I shouldn't use that word, hate. I feel uncomfortable when you well, it's true though. When you
Sell yourself short. Stop doing that,
Yes.
Sylvia.
So
exactly that, Josh.
Okay, this year I've been able to say I am a highly intelligent person.
there you go.
That's cool.
That is a fact. Yes.
It is. Okay.
is a fact.
So you're not really, you're in the process of stopping to sell yourself short
Yes. Moving on.
in all your areas in your life.
Okay, let's stop talking about it, Kevin.
A lot of space on this short podcast about my intellectual abilities.
Yeah. I wonder if you're going to be known as, that smart lady that was on the podcast.
Highly intelligent Sylvia.
We're going to come to you in meetings now, and they're going to go, I didn't know that you were so smart.
Fuck you.
You guys had this highly intelligent, traumatized woman recently. She was great. No.
And she did good with her mental illness, and it came all
So articulate and creative.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
We're just having fun.
I know.
How are you showing your gratitude for your recovery today?
I show my gratitude for my recovery by doing the work that I don't want to do every day.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Is it you don't want to do it because you don't want to face it, or because it's just a chore?
Because it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard saying, it's hard going to a meeting at my home group and breaking down and being like, I'm in so much fucking pain today, and crying. Like, I would have never done that a year
That's
ago.
a significant amount of vulnerability.
Yeah. To even tell you that I
Everybody
have
can
physical,
see me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To even let you know that I struggle with physical pain is letting you know that I am physically weak. And letting you know that I'm physically weak now means that you have something against me.
Yeah.
Do you,
I think
do you take stuff for? I'm sorry, Josh.
Go ahead.
Do you take stuff for your pain? Did you take
Yeah,
meds?
it's
You don't know. I don't want to know what they are. I was just wondering.
I would like to know. Can I know?
It's not a painkiller. It's a low-grade antidepressant that works as a
Something with your nervous system?
nerve blocker. Yeah.
What is it? Gabapentin?
No, amitriptyline.
One more time. Sorry for those that didn't
it's
hear.
a big word, Josh.
Yeah. Just in case just in case there's somebody that didn't quite catch that, can you run it back one more time?
It's called amitriptyline or amitriptyline. It's just a
Amitriptyline?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go. Good job.
Whoa, Josh is the smart one now.
Highly educated
I
Josh.
actually can't, I actually had to do speech therapy when I was in preschool. I cannot.
It's helpful. Amitriptyline is helpful.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a low level antidepressant. And so at low doses, it works as a nerve blocker.
Is it still like a pinkish purple little pill?
Little tiny pink pill. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I was just curious about that.
Yeah.
Did you ever come across people talking or having the stigma about medication in recovery?
When I was younger, now it's like,
Everybody's doing it.
well, one, it's not I don't know. So when I first got clean this time, for 9 months, I had PTSD nightmares that kept me up all night. And then they put me on trazodone, and that really helped. And
It's my favorite.
yeah, I love trazodone.
Me too.
When I first went on an antidepressant after I had my oldest, because I was suicidal, he was 9 months old, and my sponsor at the time was like, I'm taking you to see, you need to see a doctor, blah, blah, blah. They put me in it. He was like, well, if you start taking an antidepressant, I'm going to consider you getting loaded. And if you're getting loaded, I can't be with you. And I was like, that was one of the times I was just like, fuck you. My sponsor told me I can be on this. And I just never, opinions are opinions.
Exactly that.
It's your story.
Yeah, it's your recovery. It's between you, your higher power, you, a tree, you, your doctor, whatever. It's none of my business.
What that can look like from person to person, to sponsor
Absolutely.
to sponsor, to doctor is so fucking wild.
Absolutely.
The differences.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I was just curious about all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spirituality.
Did you finish on gratitude?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, by doing the stuff she doesn't want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have any other ways that you're expressing your gratitude?
Yeah. I try to be of service everywhere I can. In any way I can. It's difficult sometimes on the physical plane, giving. I used to give rides. I can't really give rides that much anymore. However, I try to be of service just every day, whether it's at the store or with my son, or whether it's with my family, or whether
you're
it's
just trying to be a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That qualifies.
Yeah. I just try to I honestly believe that to my core that no matter what, I always have something to give. And even when I was using, I was like that. Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
Go.
Yeah. What's your higher power?
Primarily my connection to nature and connection to people. Anything that I can align my will to something that moves me continuously in a positive direction is a higher power, right?
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah.
I think I know what you're saying, but I think we could probably do better.
Okay. So we have, I believe I have self-will, and I don't believe my self-will is negatively bad or good. If I decide that I'm going to align my actions, thoughts, feelings, consciousness with, just
The universe.
Or listening to what somebody says at a meeting.
Did I fill in that blank for you, or is that actually?
Yes, it is actually.
Okay.
I know inside and have always known what is good for me and what isn't. Even if I don't know, I know it, right? When I do something and it doesn't kind of feel good, I know.
She's describing my higher power
I
right
know.
now.
Yeah.
Live.
So if I align my will to the things that I know are going to help me continue to do what I believe is the right thing adds to the positive energy of the universe, right? Positive, negative. If I add to that positive energy by aligning my will, that is my higher power. That is something bigger than me. If I align my will with something that adds to the negative of the universe, that's aligning my will to something negative, right? It's still my will.
I think when people learn that quality, like that process you're just describing, from like a bird's eye view, in a simple, like, the best feeling that I think the best feeling that us as humans, but I'll pull that back to the best feeling that I can experience is following that. Like, acknowledging, like, okay, the uncomfortable thing is the right thing.
Yes.
And doing it because it's the right thing. Even though there's fear, there's uncertainty, there's confusion, there's hurt, whatever may be in that process, it always feels better on the back end, because you know somehow it's there. You know that thing is there.
We always are. I have,
and only if you're the only, if I'm the only person that will ever know.
Yes.
I, with my spirit, know that I'm whole.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful.
And I told my son, if you see me being a hypocrite, you called me out on it, because I need to know that what I'm doing aligns with my core beliefs, no matter where I'm at, no matter who I'm, even if I'm alone, because I do know what's right or wrong for me.
I was talking to Kevin a couple weeks ago, and me and Sadie were having a disagreement about something. I don't remember what it was. And I was telling him all this shit. And then I heard myself say something, and I bypassed. I was like, nah. And then Kevin was like, ah. And he was like, Josh, you sometimes have a tendency to do this thing. And I was like, fuck.
And you knew it when you said it.
I have a part, dude.
Yeah.
God damn it. And I was like, I experienced, like, I have shame. I have guilt. I have regret. I started experiencing all these things, and I was like, and now I have to clean up my mess. Yeah. And it's just,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, Josh and I have been working together for quite a while, and just me experience his change throughout those years. I remember a specific point that he called me up, because he was honestly, he's a little rough around the edges when we first started working together. And then there was a point where he calls me up and says, I was down at the river, and this thing was happening, and I had these thoughts, and it really made me feel bad for having these thoughts, and I didn't feel good about what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit.
Can you remember
specifically that point?
Can you remember the scenario?
Yeah, there was a group of people that were down at the river. The river was, you said it was like a lot of people are out at the river, but this one specific group of people were down there that they weren't white, and they were doing whatever they're doing. And I forgot you were like upset about that. I don't know the specifics. And then you said that you felt bad for thinking that. You were thinking something, right? And I was like, oh, this is good.
Yeah, there's probably also they're from the city.
Yeah. Oh, we all know what he's implying.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
the implications of that scenario.
They're from the city, so there was probably some racism there, and then also anger about, like, there's a big problem with, just to clarify, not to justify whatever, because I probably had some fucking not good thoughts.
Yeah.
But also, people come up to our river spots and just trash them.
Yeah.
No, I think that was.
I think that was the big part of it. Yeah. They just fucking trash them. And when I say they, it doesn't matter who they is. Like,
well, the flip side on that for me, as I was thinking, is that I am practicing having compassion for myself when I don't meet my unrealistic expectations for myself. Because those expectations are what harming me. Those, like, does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff that I follow and practice spiritually has somewhat of that perception that, like, we create our own suffering.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. And
yeah.
we attach to things, we attach outcomes
Yes.
and
Yeah.
expectations. We personally create those things.
Yes.
Or were taught those things as a kid, and we still follow that expectations, or and then it's healthy for me to let go of expectations or outcomes.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't attach to those.
Yeah. Well, it's not the, yes. Outcomes, I don't have such a, yes. Expectations, outcomes of myself, of my behavior,
yeah.
Even my thinking and
Totally, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and having compassion for having feelings that I once deemed as unacceptable. Like, that's probably been my biggest struggle, is having compassion for myself.
Yeah, there's something that's deeply rooted in the type of trauma that we experience. That tells us that we're not worth it.
Yeah.
And so for somebody else to have compassion and love for us, that's hard to accept.
Yes,
because we're not worth it.
Yeah.
And then it's doubled or tripled or whatever
Yeah.
for us to go through that. And in the program, we're totally taught to practice love and compassion for ourselves. And I've experienced for me that's one of the hardest things I ever had to get through.
Yeah.
Right. For like the PTSD that I suffered.
Yeah.
Or suffer from still, and that trauma is
Yeah.
like having love and compassion for myself, because for many, many years in recovery, I didn't feel that I was worth it.
Yeah. And I didn't even, so until this year, I didn't even know that I told myself those things, I never consciously said, you're not worth this, you don't deserve love. I just operated on those belief systems. I acted, because I know that as soon as I started telling myself those things out loud, then I was acknowledging to myself my weakness.
Which is not actually a weakness. There you go.
Yeah.
There's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Authenticity and being genuine is not a weakness.
Yes. However, just because I was as authentic as I could be at that time, because I didn't know anything different. My ability to be vulnerable and to be honest and to be open and to be willing to feel the hard feelings in that way doesn't make me any more or less authentic. What makes me more or less authentic is the willingness to share openly about it.
Yeah, that's the point I was trying to make.
Yeah.
That whole process, everything's a process, right?
Yeah.
And a practice.
Yes.
We practice these things in all our affairs.
Yeah.
So the practice part is the more comfortable you become doing these things over and over and over again, the more authentic
it becomes. Yeah.
That you're able to get one more layer down and one more brick and take off the wall, and one more piece of armor goes away. Yeah. And the whole thing that I was talking about with Josh down at the river, I wanted to clarify that was part of the process for him that I, on the outside, got to see.
Yeah.
It's the process, not actually the content of whatever that was, but the process we get to watch other people go through is like, and I relate it to me because I walked in to the rooms with all the character defects, racism, bigotry, homophobia, everything.
Yeah.
And even for a year or two, I practiced that until I started to do some step work and it started to break down those walls.
Yeah.
And then my higher power started to show up in my conscience. Like I've never believed in a deity.
Yeah.
Right. But my conscience, like I know right from wrong and how it makes me feel.
Yeah.
And so watching Josh have that process too, I related to it.
Yeah.
I go, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love this part in his story. watching his story go, and I go,
Yeah.
oh, I love that part.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. So what's next? You know,
It may seem silly, but I during that topic, I said they come up to our river spots, and afterwards, I thought about that, and that sounds pretty stupid. They're everybody's river spots, and they're definitely not mine. I just wish people didn't litter and trash them.
Yeah.
No, and
That's
like,
a good catch, Josh.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
it's funny because I'm not a local, but I've been living here for 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not a local.
yeah.
And I know local people that have that same mentality.
I'm from here for here.
Yeah.
About it.
Yeah.
Bro.
I claim this, right? And I know like tons of our friends are like, you know, they grow up at the river,
Yeah.
and that's ours.
Home,
I grew up at
dude.
the river
It's
in
fucking
Placerville.
home.
Yeah. El Dorado County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
treat my river right.
Yeah.
it's just interesting. I mean, there's stuff in the Bay Area, or especially in the Peninsula area, that I was like, you know, that's ours. Why are all these people coming to
Yeah.
fucking downtown Half Moon Bay
Yeah.
from you know, hours and hours away?
From Placerville, from El Dorado County.
Yeah. Fuckers.
Yeah.
Traffic sucks.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, you guys are ruining our city.
What have you learned, or what's a positive thing after doing like this this 4-step
Mm-hmm.
or the last 4-step that you did, or any of the 4-steps?
Just in general.
Yeah. Can you give us like a positive thing that you got from working a 4-step?
This last 4-step.
Anyone you want.
Just compiled. Like, what's your overall
Takeaway.
takeaway? What is it? What is a overall positive takeaway from your experience with the 4-step in general?
It has been a really good opportunity for me to like honestly look at, again, my part, and to have somebody that because every sponsor I've had, I've loved and trusted, reflect back to me and reinforce that I'm not a monster. I'm not
That part,
a piece of
yeah.
shit. I'm not.
Yeah.
You know, because every time I've done a 4-step and I've had somebody, it has built me up to be where I am now, right? Like
What about the I'm not alone, like some relatability? Did you experience that?
Oh
too?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I think this 4-step, this last one was for me, it was just like a very objective, like, this is where I am right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is what everything has led up to. And this is without really judgment. Like I was able to not like pass such harsh judgment on myself because of it. And just be like, this is just where I'm at. And because of that, it means like there's such a big future ahead of me. Like there's so many opportunities. There's so much hope because of that objective like inventory.
Nice. When did you do your last 4-step? Was it recent?
Yeah, like
A couple months ago?
9 months ago, 6 months ago, 9 months ago, 6 months ago.
Okay.
A while ago. Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, have you finished that round of steps?
No, I've been on this 8-step for a while. Part of it was my health and all that stuff. Kind of
Yeah,
put
I was
things
just
on
curious
hold.
where
You
you
had
were
some
at.
heavy shit going on
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
it needed to take a back seat
Yeah.
on.
Shit, I haven't written a step in it's probably been almost 2 years. Probably been 2 years. We did a little bit of the Living Clean step working guide thing, but I was just curious.
Yeah.
It wasn't implying that I think you should be done with that
No,
round.
it didn't seem like it. Yeah.
Okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity where you were at with it.
Yeah. Right now I'm on my 8th step. Yeah.
Are you pretty active with it?
Yeah. Like I just did work on it last weekend, I think. Like, yeah, it took me, so on the 8th step, I was doing like a step a month until like after 3 months I started, blah, blah, blah. And then I started getting sicker and sicker and just having less time to think. Physically sick. Yeah. And then at first it was a rough start because I did not want to have to apologize to people who I felt had harmed me more than I had harmed them for a minute, right? And then I got past that, talked to my sponsor, just read some literature, processed that. And then I've been back on track, like doing a little bit every week. Yeah.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, did I make your resentment list?
No.
I just want to make sure I never get on it. I have a question, and this might seem silly.
Okay.
He's not yet, Kevin. You're not on there yet. Be
There's
careful
still
what you
time.
ask me. Yeah.
There's still time. Maybe after today.
Am I on your resentment list? Good, because I have a question for you.
Can you, like, looking at the big picture, everything that we've talked about, all the PTSD, the trauma, the addiction, starting,
Abuse.
abuse of being a hostage, looking at over all of that, do you see like correlations between each, the PTSD, the abuse, the mental health,
Mm-hmm.
especially going into addiction? I mean,
I don't
like
did it contribute to me being an addict?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was an endless cycle of what you just
all that stuff
Yeah.
contributed.
Yeah.
Because we've come across people that during our interview, like, oh, well, they'll go, oh, I wasn't abused, or I didn't have, trauma when I was a kid. And then, no, that didn't really affect why I was getting loaded, right?
Yeah.
And then another few questions later, they go, oh, well, maybe that was trauma.
Yeah.
Because I do remember feeling this way. And when
Yeah.
I got loaded, I didn't feel that
Yeah.
way anymore. So I was just curious if you could see that big picture.
Oh, absolutely. The first time I got loaded, I was like, in order for me to continue to be okay, I have to continue to get loaded.
And that affected mental health as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because when I was new, at least for the first 15 years of, this was from the mid 80s and on, is like there was a huge stigma about mental health.
Yeah.
And it didn't belong in Narcotics Anonymous, and people don't talk about it. And,
When I was going in and out of psychosis, clean, working steps, I shared about it a couple times at a meeting in my shares, and I've later had people tell me that it helped them stay clean.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I truly believe the more we share about what actually affects our recovery,
Yeah.
the more we get to help other people.
Yeah.
Like suicide was one for me where I shared about it and later found out that this woman stayed alive
Yeah.
because she heard me share about suicide, and they had planned on committing suicide that night,
Yeah.
and she's still alive today,
Yeah.
which is crazy. Like, I didn't save her, but
Yes.
she got information that she's not alone.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
It's a hard line to know, like, how much to share, how much not to share. And I usually just go, like, wherever my higher power leads me, really,
Yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Story time.
Story
Oh,
time.
sorry. Oh, yes.
Pull the mic closer.
Okay. There we go. Can you ask
Because
the
we
question
really
while I
want
think
to
about
hear
it?
this story.
Okay, which one?
We got more than one?
Wait. What's the question? What's
Story
Just a
time.
story time.
Oh,
dude.
story
Yeah,
time.
tell us,
Okay.
tell us something fucking wild or sad or inspiring, or tell us something that we don't know. Tell us something that we do know that everybody else should hear, and whatever.
Okay.
Something that stands out for you.
Okay, I will talk about the suicide part because I don't really share about that really at meetings or anything like that. So when we were homeless, when I was homeless in Placerville, and I started drinking again,
What phase of time is this?
just right before I got clean, literally
Okay,
right before I got
so-
clean this time. Yeah,
So a year ago.
January of 2025.
Okay.
I got really, I started drinking. My CPS hadn't stepped in yet, but he was with my mom. I was homeless in a hotel in Auburn. And
What hotel?
the Best Western.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's no restaurant attached to that.
There's no restaurant attached to the Best Western?
Is there?
I don't think so.
I don't think there is
No.
either. No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you're like, in case I want to know, there's no restaurant.
Yeah.
I always ask a strange question, like
No, no, no.
off the wall questions.
We were doing Aubrey's podcast in Utah, and she was talking about the hotel. Forget the name of the hotel, and I go, "Oh yeah, it's a restaurant." And she said, "No, it's a hotel." I go, "That's weird." And do you remember the name of the hotel?
Howard Johnson.
Howard Johnson. I always thought that was a restaurant, but it's a hotel.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, there must have been a restaurant attached to it because Howard Johnson was a restaurant.
Yeah. I don't know.
I was
I don't know
wrong.
anything about that.
Yeah. Anyway, Best Western.
Sorry.
Okay, so the year before when I had been hospitalized clean and then relapsed and wasn't clean, if you want to get out after a 72-hour hold and the doctor says you have to stay, you can have a hearing and argue your case why you should be released against doctor's orders. And the last 3 times I had been 5150'd, I had done that hearing and gotten myself released. And so that was like 3 times in a 6-month period. Said, nope, I don't believe I should be hospitalized. The doctor's wrong. This is why, and was released. And so that time in Auburn, I tried to kill myself.
How?
Yeah.
Well,
I
was going to kill myself, but I called the 988 hotline.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him, and I was like, okay, I was like, this is so fucking pathetic. And I was like, I'm really sorry for wasting your time, like, and hung up. And so I drank some more and then convinced myself. I tried to slit my wrists and my throat, but it didn't really work out that well. So I ended up at the hospital, and then I got 51, and then they let me out, and I tried to kill myself again. I was sitting at the river by myself drinking. I taped a bag over my head and tried to kill myself with carbon monoxide poisoning and taping a bag over my head. And somebody called 911 at 3:00 in the morning, and the sheriffs, when they found me, I was unconscious. My alcohol level was like 1.35 or 3.35, something. Yeah, 0.35. And when I woke up, they cut the bag off. I woke up. They're carrying me into the ambulance. And I lunged for the shears and tried to stab myself. And they're like, they got mad. And I was like, why are you getting mad? I wasn't trying to kill you. Like, I was so angry that, like, within a week, I was not able to kill myself, right? So I ended up going to the psych ward. And for like the 4th time that year. And I was going to hold a hearing because I was in Reno. And I was like, and it works differently in Reno. And they're like, you have held 3 hearings and talked yourself out of 5150s. We're not letting you do that. And I was like, they're like, we don't care how like articulate you are and how much you think you know. And they made me stay for like, I was there for like 8 days. And that's where I met my friend, who stayed my friend and who talked me into accepting help from CPS a month later, and who I'm still friends with today. And I would not, if Reno Behavioral Health had not said, we don't care how smart you are, you're staying here. I don't know how many times I would have continued to try to kill myself before I was successful.
Oh, what a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. You had that 8-day stay and met the person that got you on the right track.
One of them, yeah.
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 That's like inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the whole process of hearing about suicide takes me to that memory
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
And that feeling, and I like sometimes I relive that feeling of that, the pain, the crushing pain inside my heart. That's so powerful that you want to end your life.
Yeah.
And I just feel a glimpse of that, and I get sad.
Yeah.
You know that other people go through that too. So I'm glad you're alive.
Thank you. I usually don't talk about suicide because I don't want to hear about how people are like, I'm so happy you didn't do it. I'm like that.
Well, I tell her all the time I'm glad she's here. So I don't care about your feelings.
I know. I love you, Kevin.
Yeah, if you got feelings, that's your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah. I warned you, feeling having motherfucker.
Yeah.
Nah, it's all good.
I know.
Well, we really appreciate you today, Sylvia, sharing your story with us.
Yes.
Yeah, this was great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good to get to know you a little better.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to you than I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's usually how it happens, huh?
Yeah. It's true. Yeah. With everybody. Yeah. Sometimes I'm taken by surprise though. And today I was a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah. It was good. You did great.
Good
Thank you.
story.
Yeah.
And did it feel like just a conversation?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
I mean, not fun, but it was fun.
This was fun. Yay.
Let's hash all my PTSD and trauma. All right. We love you guys. Thanks for listening.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you for hanging out with us today. We really appreciate you being here and being part of this community. Just a quick heads up before we wrap. The people we talk to on this show are just sharing their own personal stories. They do not speak for any specific recovery program or group. It's just their experience, strength, and hope. Well, that's it for now, and please remember that you can follow us on any of your streaming platform that you listen to, and somewhere in there on that streaming platform there is a donate button if you care to help out with our monthly fees that we have to pay to produce each episode, and there's a follow button. There's also somewhere on your streaming platform you can text us and send us a response or email or check in. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you.